Okay, sorry. Now we're going to begin. Thank you all for indulging me, by the way. But
Anytime, brother.
but welcome back and happy anniversary, everybody. This is
Yay!
our 1 year Wednesday was our 1 year anniversary from our session 0. So this is our 1 year anniversary for our game, and I'm gonna say all this at the end when we've got Narissa here as well. But thank you all for sticking it out with me for so long. It is such a rare thing for a game to survive a full year like this, and I am so grateful to all of you for helping make that happen.
Yeah, you should be grateful for us coming back after that Pugsley adventure.
Well, you have such a good DM. How the hell do you expect us not to come back?
Yeah!
Oh, bless you.
I feel like the group is in two different minds here.
Well,
Revenge for Pugsley, but we'll come back for everything else.
someone's trying to brown nose to get a magic item. Shush.
Wow. Funny, you should mention that, Argos.
I knew it was
So-
gonna pay out.
Last time, you survived the calamity of yet another intrusion of Pugsley. The less said about the demigod, the better. But what is more important is that you succeeded in clearing the mine of its infestation of Kruthic, and were rewarded with gold and not necessarily a magic item, but a very rare item for Rhodia, an adamantian miner's pick. And you are currently aboard a ship owned by the mining consortium, headed back to Saltmarsh. It is about midday. Well, not midday. It's sort of mid-afternoon, maybe
Is it brunch time?
about 3 or 4 o'clock. Not brunch time. You guys set
Dang,
off. You guys
it's a
set
late
off.
brunch.
Yeah, that would be a very late brunch. It's about 3, 4 o'clock. We'll say 3:30. Call it even. In the afternoon, on the ship heading back to Saltmarsh, which is an hour trip. Narissa is busy scribing, translating the book of spells from the book of Kaladek into her own spell book. So she is away, possibly trying to forget what just happened. While you are all left to sort of marinate in that afterglow, as it were. It is on the ship Ilix that you notice that your doggo bag of holding looks a little sick. Like its ears are droopy. It's not moving. It's kind of huddled. It's kind of balled itself up slightly. It just looks very miserable.
I will pet the doggo bag of holding.
Even your pets, which usually elicit delight and joy from the doggo bag of holding, don't bring up its spirits at all. And as you pet it, it begins to do this.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Like
no,
cat-
okay.
Cat hairball style.
Get into edge of boat.
No, it is okay.
Is it-
No.
Yeah, lay down towels. I'm gonna take off my cloak and just like lay it out and put it in the middle.
Argos
I will
is
just
gonna
kind of
pat. Argos
pat
will
this-
pat the back of the bag and be like, "It's okay, buddy. Been there, done that. You got this."
You're right.
And you see like this engorged bulb in its throat moving up towards its mouth. and then it just and just it vomits up an item.
Oh,
It looks like a parcel, like a flat parcel, maybe 6 inches, like a square parcel, 6 inches by 6 inches, but maybe only like 2 inches thick. Sort of made of red and yellow canvas, tied up neatly with a ribbon, but also slightly damp from Doggo Bag of Holding, whatever lubricates a Doggo Bag of Holding's throat.
It's like pink
And-
and sticky from all the cotton candy.
And no. But as soon as vomiting up this object, the Doggo Bag of Holding perks up and is fine, and then it begins to
Hey.
sniff the package, and then it starts to try to eat it again.
oh,
No.
Ori, no. Yeah, she'll like kind of hand it to Rhodia and be like, "Oh, Rhodia, let's not put that back in. Just eat." And she'll shape water from the ocean to kind of clean it off.
Okay. Yeah.
And but then just kind of like scritch the belly of Doggo Bag of Holding, being like, "Oh,
It is a secret message from inside the Doggo Bag of Holding.
Yeah, how does that happen? Like, why does it say? Is it anything on the package that's identity?
Let's open
like
it
an
up.
Identity or the tag?
There
well,
is.
Oh, sorry. What does
Well,
it say?
there are no markings on this parcel.
Oh, well, I think
Let's like go grab a
It'll
table,
have-
then gather around it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll have something to do with, Pugsley and with Garl Glittergold, because, that's how we got the Doggo Bag of Holding to begin with, so I have a
Is it-
feeling it has something to do with that.
Like a magical boon or something?
Maybe, but they're all, Glittergold is all about his strengths and his...
I want to
No.
open it.
Could this go
Oh.
boom boom?
If you want, can I, 1 second, and I will take 10 minutes, and poor Rhodia will have to wait for 10 minutes while I detect magic on this.
Poor Rhodia is just like rocking over there, staring at it. The
Biting his
temptation,
fist.
the temptation to just go and and mess
Like
with it.
like this ribbon bow looks like it's made to be pulled.
Rhodia's
And
never
it's-
been more
and it's,
focused.
And it's already and it's slick with doggo gut. Whatever.
no,
so
we
it's probably-
cleaned
we
it.
cleaned
it's
it,
probably
we cleaned it.
very easy to pull. No, it's okay. I'm kidding.
It's been clean.
Farron wants to open it so bad, but she still sees the dog vomit goop on it, even though it's not there anymore. She's like, it was just there. Is it I don't know.
Rhodia and
Just
Farron are
traumatized
just
by
over
it.
there like, we have self-control, right? I think we do. We have self-control.
Yeah.
What if it just accidentally came open?
Let's
She wants to open it, but she doesn't want to be the one to open it.
let me just make sure it's not, trapped.
Iris is not here to tell us no. That's probably a good idea.
So let's just let me do that first, and then we can, open it, and then I'll let you two thumb wrestle to see who opens the ribbon.
Rhodia grows large and then puts his thumb on the table. Or his hand on the table.
Jesus. And Alex is like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't think this through.
No. Rhodia can do it. But then Farron just gets her face and her hands really close to it, so she's ready to grab it.
Okay. Ilix, you finish your ritual casting of detect magic. This object stinks of conjuration magic.
Oh, okay. What do you... The key. Eat... I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I have to look up conjuration. Shut up!
It's teleport.
No. Yeah, it's a bunch of school of conjurations. Okay, yeah, Because I had a way of describing this before, and I can't find it in my notes anymore. But it's like, ooh, oh, it kind of, it smells kind of like wind. So, kind of like things that just kind of come out of nowhere. Like pollen. So I think it's something interesting. I don't know if it's dangerous.
We dive at it.
Okay.
I'd like to take the dodge action, please.
to get out of the way. Cool. Farron, are you also diving for it?
I see Rhodia do it, and I'm just like, that's fine. You can have it.
Well, no, Rhodia's gonna put it in like on a barrel or whatever's in the middle of all of us. Open it up. Everybody is a part of this, and pull those ribbons.
Awesome. Where is everybody when you pull that ribbon?
Jesus Christ.
I would expect around, unless people wanted to like take steps back. I don't know.
Yeah, I took a few steps back.
I imagine I'm right there because I was casting detect magic.
Okay. Argos, where you at?
I'll probably be somewhere near Ilix, perhaps.
Okay. Okay, then it sounds like Rhodia, Ilix, and Argos, you are directly next to this thing when it is opened up.
Oh boy.
Pugsley's instant fortress. We all take 10d10 damage.
Pugsley sends his regards.
Oh, and then it just smashes through the bottom of this boat, and it sinks it, and you all die.
And that's how we finish a year-long campaign.
And that's how this campaign ends. You unfold it, pops as soon as the ribbon knot pops loose. This parcel rapidly expands outward. Argos, Ilix, and Rhodia, you are thrown backward and on your ass.
Yeah.
And this barrel is ejected from the area.
Ooh.
as a 10-foot diameter miniature circus tent unfolds and props up. It is, like I said, 10 feet in diameter, but it's about it is smushed up against the low ceiling of this deck that you are inside of. I imagined you opened this inside the ship, not on top of the deck.
I suppose up on top of the main deck, there are people coming and going. We don't want to be in the way, right?
Exactly.
Probably you're right then.
But decks in ships are pretty low, about probably 6 feet high, and this presses up against it.
Oh my god.
Well, no, I'm gonna take that back. It is just about there at 6 feet in its height.
All right. Well, this hasn't been said before, but Rhodia bumps his head all the time.
All the time while in ships.
Sometimes his horns just kind of get stuck into things.
That's kind of adorable. Like, oh, hold up, guys, I got stuck.
A little entrance archway pops up, and across the top it says Pugsley's Big Top Tent. Though the tent flap is closed, and just to the right side of this arch, like just out of the way of the entrance to this tent, a tiny little a tiny little ticket booth pops up, and a little Pugsley, sort of like made out of like cutout shapes and sort of held up by mechanical rods, and moving kind of sort of mechanically, shows up in the window, just sort of moving a little. And on the ticket booth, there is a slot for coins, and it says ticket equals 1 silver piece.
I frostbite the Pugsley.
Okay. It fails its save because it is an object,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and it kind of grinds to a halt as like rime frost sort of forms over it. The tent is giving off faint light as though illuminated from inside. You can see colored spotlights sort of moving over the canvas, and you can hear the faint sound of circus music coming from inside.
I think no.
Farron's got her hand on her sword.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
did this
I like-
thing actually pays us to pay for this? Oh, come on. It's clearly a scam.
Alex will look and is like, I know it wouldn't do anything, and it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not going inside this. We just got out of this.
What if we ask one of the ship crews to just go in there
No.
and tell what's happening?
No! Argos! If we're not going in, we're not sending some random person in.
I mean-
Okay, look.
Yeah, that might as well be murder.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not paying. I'm just gonna look inside.
All right, right behind you.
I'll try and look inside the tent without paying.
Cool. You go to the flap of the tent and start like grabbing at it and pawing for like the entrance. You know how I don't know if you've been on like a theater stage before when the curtains
Yep.
are closed,
Yep.
and you're like and you're pawing at them like, where the hell's that opening?
Yep.
And you are basically stuck doing that. You cannot find this opening.
Ugh. Buddy, someone have a silver, just to see what's inside it. Since
How about
we have this
this?
now.
I'll make one appear from my paw and be like, I swear to God, man, if there's some monster in there trying to eat us, I'm gonna be very, very, very angry.
Oh, there might. I mean, once we're out of it, they generally give us something to eat. I mean, that's how we got Doggo Bag of Holding, and she'll scratch Doggo Bag of Holding, serious, and be like, and Doggo Bag of Holding is great, but, oh God, I want to kill that stupid pug. No, not you though, Doggo Bag of Holding. You are great. I love you, Doggo.
Doggo Bag of Holding didn't seem to understand any kind of suggested violence against dogs.
Yay! Argos, do you mind? I'm sorry.
No problem. He'll do like trick of putting a coin between your knuckles and take out a silver.
Okay. Silver piece.
Mm-hmm.
You will have to remove a silver from your sheet.
I'm doing it right now.
Okay. Argos drops a silver piece into this slot, and a little ticket gets spit out of another slot.
I'll take it out.
All right, you got
Like-
this ticket.
Show it to the guys. I think we just literally had to pay for entry. A
Mm.
little sniff. What does the ticket smell like?
Smells like fresh parchment.
Oh, it's actually not bad, guys.
But it's like a dense, thick, hard parchment. It's like cardstock, which doesn't have a name in this world.
Right. Okay. Alright, well, can we all go through with the ticket, or I mean, Articos, you paid for it, so
Alright. Rhoda, do you mind attaching a rope in case that I start getting eaten? You guys pull me out.
It'll just hold on to the tail.
Okay, but don't pull too hard.
Okay.
Those things can come off. And he'll proceed to very awkwardly put the ticket on the slot, pushing back and just
Are you trying to feed a ticket back in?
Oh, is there no like a place to fit in, or is just the dispensary?
No, it's just a dispensary.
Okay. Then he's gonna do the exact same thing. He's just gonna try to push the ticket through the curtains.
The hand with the ticket, as you push, unlike before when it was just like, God, where's this entrance? It's like you guessed perfectly, and you right your arm goes in.
I think my hand's still there. I think I can feel it.
can I? I'll grab Argos's other hand. Like, can you take more people in?
Well, let's find out. And I'll grab Helix's hand and then walk in.
Okay, cool. Argos, you enter. As Argos disappears inside, you've got a grip on his hand, and as you're going through this entrance, Ilix, like the curtain kind of like folds over your face, and you kind of get caught. And you kind of hit this point where you're kind of like tangled in the tent flap, and at some point, Argos's hand slips from yours, and when you finally pull yourself free, you are on the outside of the tent, and Argos is not anywhere to be seen.
Oh, what do you?
Argos.
Need the ticket.
Argos.
Yeah.
The inside of this space is far, far larger than the outside would suggest. It is arranged like, it's almost exactly like the Big Top Circus you were in with Pugsley, but now you are a giant here. Where the seats would have been, it is like larger, like wider, and it is filled with comfortable looking cushions all around this small miniature central 3-ring stage area. Just like on the ground level. And sort of mechanically capering and performing are these little puppets of Pugsley in his ringleader attire, just doing little pantomimes of what the performances you might see in a circus. There's he's taming little paper puppet lions, or he's juggling little paper puppet balls, or there's across the top there's those toys, those little mechanical toys of somebody on a unicycle on a tightrope with a big stick balancing thing. There's one of those just wheeling back and forth, and there's just this faint little circus music, and these colored lights. It's just like a miniature circus in here, but it's faint enough that you might be able to fall asleep to it. Also, sort of here and there around are these small little, what look like miniaturized concession stands, and sort of exploring, you kind of find that they're like little tiny boxes, chests, that are painted to look like concession stands. And if you kind of lift the roof of them, the lid, there's there's a popcorn in here, or there's a cotton candy in here, or there's nachos in here.
I'll sniff around, I'll grab a little bit of the popcorn and then do the perception sniff test.
Go ahead.
See if there's poison.
Did you say it was 10-foot diameter?
The outside is a 10-foot diameter, so
Okay.
a 5-foot radius.
This is.
It's about the size
Is
of a
this
large.
fucking? This is Pugsley's fucking tiny hut.
Perhaps.
Inspiration for Ilix for nailing it on the head.
Fuck.
That SOB. What does a 16 gives me with the poison check?
It is not poisonous, but it's also probably not good for you to eat this much popcorn. To only eat popcorn is probably bad for you.
Right, of course. Of course.
There's a lot of salt, and that's not good for your blood pressure.
I'll take a single pop, or actually they call corn, I think.
Kernel.
Or kernel, yeah, whatever. And just like the tiny bite first, and just like get that like punch of salt right in the tongue, and then like the yeah. Guys, can you hear me?
From the outside, we're probably like trying to call to you and find out what happened to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Argos, you hear nothing. You guys, you hear nothing.
Oh Jesus.
I'll take some of the popcorn, like in like a handful, and then just walk out the tent.
Cool. You see Argos emerge with a fistful of colored paper confetti,
Oh.
which sort of just like kind of falls through your fingers.
Yeah.
Argos,
What the-
alright?
No,
Why
this
do you
was
have,
popcorn.
why do you have confetti in your mouth?
I'm sorry. I was holding your hand, and then you just disappeared, and I couldn't go inside. What happened?
It looks like the circus that we were in is just like really huge inside, and there was supposed to be food, and he shows his confetti hand.
Oh,
I guess we cannot take it out.
did he? I mean, were you eating confetti?
No. This is popcorn, I swear. There is like a little structure in the center, and they have like the same monsters that we fought, just like actual food.
Alright. So we're eating the bodies of what we just killed? I mean, we do that, but that's also how long will that stay?
I don't know. It seems to be like a magical dimension mumbo jumbo inside.
Oh,
Oh, by the way,
I wish.
pardon. But did the ticket still with me, or it got consumed as I got in?
The ticket is still with you.
Oh, I think we only have to pay once. I think maybe.
Oh, alright. Well, that's pretty good. I kind of want to. I don't want to disturb Narissa because she's doing her thing, but I do want to know what she's thinking about it when she's ready. I definitely want her to
Well,
look at this because this is, I think, what they wizardly call bonkers. Like,
yeah, it seems to be like a little slice of home, away from home.
I mean, I'm never going to be very comfortable sleeping in something that Pugsley gave us. No offense, Togo, you're very great. But but sleeping in that, like, there was a spider made of cotton candy, and I didn't like it. It was very bad. Like, what happens if it comes out of... You said there was other things in there, and what happens if it's in there again? I don't like it. I don't like that idea.
I mean, it could serve us well in a pinch, but
That's true.
it's also problematic if anyone that pays can get in, because then it defeats the purpose.
That's true. Alright, well, can we pack it? How do we... Is this just here forever now? How do we put this away?
Oh gosh.
Um,
Rodia's gonna see what he can do about like trying to gather it and bundle it up together. We'll like run a rope around it and try to like cinch it up.
So, after about, it takes you a few minutes looking around, but eventually you find a hanging from like one of like the flappy eaves of this of the tent's like top. You see a ribbon dangling down that isn't tied to anything. That looks like the ribbon that it was tied up with originally, just sort of hanging there. And out of curiosity, you kind of grab it and kind of give it a tug, and you feel something come loose when you tug it, and the whole thing folds back up into its little parcel shape, tied up with a bow.
Ah, it's got my hand! No. Just kidding.
And I'm going to go ahead and throw this to you as an experiment when you kind of like try to open it up again. When you tug it, instead of coming neatly undone, somehow it's like when somebody ties a bad knot where you pull it wrong and it kind of like cinches the knot and turns it into an even more complex knot. And now you're sitting there and you can't get it undone.
Does this just mean that anybody can come along and just take it down?
Well, maybe once no one's inside, perhaps, but I hope that if someone's in, it's not just gonna crumble.
Who is brave? Argos, are you brave?
I mean, can we open it? Can we open it again? It might be just gone now.
I cannot get this
Argos?
nut. See what you can do.
Argos.
Yes.
When the tent folded back up, your ticket just melted into colorful confetti.
No.
This free confetti machine.
Oh, that's nice.
When it folds back up, he's just gonna. Argos will stand in front of the pucks and be like, "Give me back my silver, you crook!" Is there like a
No
button?
response. No
Yeah, I was gonna say,
response.
is there a button I can talk to the manager?
No refunds.
Yeah,
Very
exactly. Like one of those like parking machines, like just press here to talk to manager.
But the button's disconnected, so nothing's
Yeah,
happening.
exactly. It just does do jack stuff. Okay. All right. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'll go in, and he'll pop another silver.
There's no place.
Oh, it's gone
Wait,
now, I
wait,
think,
wait.
because it's...
It's folded up again.
I thought it was
into
already
its parcel.
folded out, and we're gonna experiment. Never mind.
No. When
We're trying to open it up.
When Rhodia tugged that thing, it collapsed it collapsed the tent back into that parcel that it first appeared in. Your ticket dissolved into confetti, and or any attempt to reopen it just causes the knot to get more and more tangled, and it refuses to open again.
I say we throw it overboard.
I mean, it is a Pugsley thing. The doggo gave it to us, so perhaps we just give it back to the doggo for now. I mean, it could be a good thing.
It did not seem to sit well with it before.
No, that's true.
So, plus I have heard stories about putting big tiny places into big tiny places.
Ooh.
Roddy is describing.
Yeah, putting a bag of holding in a bag of holding.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you're right. We don't want to... It didn't like it, you're right. I don't want to give... I don't want to give the doggo.
The doggo bag of holding's little legs are like swimming through the air as it's trying to get to this thing to eat it.
Oh! What do you... It kind of like... Alex will just like scritch. She's like, I think it wants to eat it again though. Is it alright? Little pup?
Maybe if we give all of Pugsley items to Doggo, it becomes Pugsley Voltron.
What's a Voltron?
It is from story I hear.
Oh, okay. Alright.
I only know
That
how
must
to
be-
tell it in giant.
I see. I don't know giants, so
It
that must be a
loses
minotaur.
it loses a lot of its context
Yeah,
through the translation.
Yeah.
Translation. No, alright. It's possible. I mean, I don't want to make the doggo sick because he's a good dog who is a good dog. But, yeah, okay, alright. I mean, this is something we could use if necessary, which is good, but we don't generally stay outside, so which is nice. But yeah, okay, she'll like, alright, Rhodia, do you want to give it to the dog? And is the dog like actively wanting to eat?
Yes.
It's okay with it.
Yeah.
Rodia's really hesitant about it, but at Ilix's urging, he'll squat down and hold it out.
Yeah. The doggo bag of holding devours this object and then looks very happy with himself.
Okay.
Good football. And we'll scratch doggo bag folding and then backpack. Doggo bag folding.
Okay. The other than that, the rest of the voyage is completely uneventful.
Christ, crutch.
And you pull up into the docks of Saltmarsh once again.
Oh.
Disembarking, Ministrad Copperlock stops you and says, sorry, I gotta find her voice. Thank you all again for your help and your good work. You know, you handled this job so well. I think I might have another job for you. But this one will have to go through the council and therefore through your Mr. Jericho. Don't go running off anywhere anytime soon. I think I've got something that's right up your alley. But until then, thank you all so much.
All right.
Let's do our best.
And you are free in Saltmarsh once again.
I imagine Rhodia has a date he has to get to.
Oh, we gotta get
Have a date.
Rhodia ready for his date.
Yeah.
Primpin'
Yes.
preen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rodeo was
Interesting.
going to suggest that we head back to some place to like drop stuff off and such. So, Rodeo, I believe, is still currently staying at the Prime Water Mansion.
Currently, yeah.
So he's going to suggest heading back there to drop off his stuff and kind of maybe take like a bath or something like that because we're covered in bug goo.
Yeah, that's fair. And like cheese remains, whoever was.
Oh,
fighting
and
Monster.
cheese remains, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no! You guys came back completely clean.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, physically, but emotionally.
Emotionally
No.
not so clean.
Exactly. You
That's fair. That's fair.
the only thing you're able to do is make people think you're mad if you talk about Pugsley, and that was exactly his goal all along.
No, of course.
Motherfucker.
But yeah, Rhodia, do you lead your fellows to the Prime Water Estate?
It would be more of a conversation. Rodeo is going to say that he wants to change and such, and talk about going to the Prime Water Mansion to do so because that's where his clothes are.
Yeah.
I think he would probably bring it up rather like matter of factly, and anybody who wanted to comment on it easily could.
I mean, besides the prepping the date, I think Argos wants to go check with the quartermasters of Euse because they have magic swords. He asked.
Mm-hmm.
But any other than that, he just tags along, no problem.
If you're alright with letting us into the Primwater state, I'd like to see it. I also need to check on my birds. But that's
Oh,
a
yes.
thing I can do.
You can definitely come with me. And I will even go and accompany you to check on birds if you are coming with me to Prime Waters. I will not be long.
What are you?
A question to Mr. DM: the party that was supposed to happen, we're still.
Y'all are
tying?
still about half a week out from that.
Okay,
Really?
perfect.
Okay, I thought it was like 2 days at this point or something. I don't know.
It's very close, I feel.
Like 4 days.
Okay.
Do we have
Jesus!
do we have stuff
I
prepared?
I
for
know
that?
I know it felt like it's been a long time, but that's
Yeah, it was
because
like
you guys
2
spent
months
like
ago.
you guys spent like 3 sessions in that cave, and then Pugsley snatched you for a session.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
That's fair.
so not a lot of. I know it feels like it's been a month and a half, but probably only like a couple of hours have passed in game
Oh
time.
lordy, I think. Oh gosh. Okay. I have a note here to ask Argos in 110 day: is the Minnow the best friend, or must we kill? And I have written 1 of 10 so far, and I don't think that we have napped since. So
Jesus!
Yeah.
it's been a while since back
It's
then.
been a while.
Uh-huh.
Fucking hell.
That was
Sorry,
session
guys.
31.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Currently 30,
No, that is
43.
that is so long ago. We're on 43.
It's okay.
That is insane.
It's
I love
okay.
it.
That just
Now
means
is it-
we that
now is
just
it-
means we all deserve a nice bath. Because
Now-
we're busy.
Now is it surprising that it took a year to get here?
Crazy.
I assume we can have like a quick spa moment, so we can get relaxed, and then we can prep Rhodia for his date.
I think the context of it being a date is perhaps overstated. I think this is more like an
Yeah,
appointment.
it's not a date, but we're making it
Yeah.
a date.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that was.
Rhodey is just gonna be nice.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys. Oh my God, Brody, you're so huge.
What do you mean?
You guys at the.
The map.
Oh God, what?
There we go.
How to use an entire village.
There we go.
It takes a village or a Rhodia.
Okay, so yeah, you guys have a little bit of time that you can spend doing anything. Narissa is pretty dedicated to getting some of these spells copied. What are Rhodia? I guess you're headed back to the Prime Water Manor to get cleaned up. What
Yeah.
are the rest of you gonna do? Ilix, I think you said you were going with him. With him.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm gonna bird watch. I'm going to check on my burbs, and also then follow Rhodia.
I will also mention that this entire time Rhodey is showing off his new pick and talking about what he might do with it, yada yada.
Oh, boy.
Okay. But Argos and Farron, what are you guys doing? Argos, you wanted to check in with the quartermasters,
Yes.
but that probably won't take very long.
Yeah, like I said, if we can do like what we did last time, where like we're still all stay as a group and we just like quickly go through each one of the things, like.
Probably
Yeah,
staying as a
'cause
group's
I
a good
was-
idea. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna just go with Argos, and then when we were done, go with Rhodia.
Exactly. Like if we could
Like, meet
quickly
back
swing
up with
by
them.
there and then just go back to Rhodia, and then we can stay like blue.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
those are the only two
All right.
places I can think of. To
Then
go.
you guys go to check in with the quartermasters, with the faithful quartermasters of Ews.
Mm-hmm.
You approach the repurposed manor, busied with just rustabouts, so kind of hauling crates in, or out, towards the to haul them off towards the docks. and clerks running here and there, sort of taking tallies and inventory. And inside, you flag down a young woman who's dressed in nice in slacks and dress shoes and a neat dress vest with her hair sort of like put back professionally. Who runs off to fetch Captain Zendros for you. A few moments later, Captain Zendros comes around a corner, and a couple of clerks are carrying bundles following her. And she comes back. Ah, my favorite customers. And Mr. Argos. I'm afraid. Oh,
I want to make a note. I don't know what everybody else did with the money that the dwarves gave us, but according to my notes, we got 500, and
Yes.
Each,
I did not
yeah.
add that to my own personal. I don't know what anybody else did.
I did not yet either. I was going to put that in the.
Me
I was going to
neither.
put that in main
Okay,
party fund.
I
I
think
was
I'm
gonna put it on the big pile of the
okay.
party
Then
money. Yeah.
if everybody's cool with it, and I'm gonna assume Narissa is also. I'm just gonna add 2,500.
Yeah.
Narissa might keep hers because she uses that
for
for
the
spell
spells.
scrolls.
Oh, that's-
Yeah, but
she needs it. She needs it for scribing components.
but also I'm totally cool with Narissa pulling money out of the doggo in order to get
Honestly,
components.
yeah.
So
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
think just for now, she will say that she's using that 500 gold to do her scribing.
okay, then I'm gonna
Exactly,
add
like-
2,000, and then
Yeah.
that'll be clear.
Yeah, like both Narissa spells and Elix's diamonds for any spells she uses are like free of tax.
Yeah.
I have two diamonds. I'm glad I've never had to use them.
So yes.
All right, I'll work harder.
No, wait.
No!
I thought you were about to say "fuck off." And
I also thought that she was about to say that.
No, I was saying like, no, don't kill my friends.
It's okay. We'll just come back as zombies. It's fine.
okay, yeah.
I mean, Narissa will help us with that.
But like I said, Master, Mr. Argos, I am very sorry. I promised you two magical short swords, but we were only able to pull one. Obviously, you will not be charged for two, and I am deeply sorry to disappoint you in this way.
He'll do the little like cat twitching of his whiskers, and be like, "May I at least see the one that you got?"
Certainly. And she gestures a clerk holding a bundle up, and he will go over to a stack of crates, and sort of lay the parcel out, untie it, and sort of very gingerly unfurls this silk wrapping to reveal a cruel looking sword. It is forward bent, kind of like a I think it's called a kopesh.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a vicious serrated edge. There are worked into like the blade is almost the part that's not sharpened into that's not sharpened has like a mirror sheen to it, and etched into it is abyssal iconography. The hilt of it is though it fits comfortably in the hand, the pommel and the hand guard have these cruel looking horn-like hooks on them. It is a fine, fine item.
That's pretty cool. Do you have a picture?
No, I made it up.
Okay.
The Kopesh is that like
A Kopesh,
is the Egyptian type blade, correct?
yeah, it's hold on, I'll find an image. Oh, that's pretty good.
Gotcha.
This
Yeah.
this is what a hold on, where's game references?
Oh, it's the mummy sword.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is what a Kopesh is.
Exactly.
That's sick.
That's kind of what I was thinking it was, but I didn't know what it was called, so I wasn't sure.
For the reference for the description that you were doing, do you have that written down?
No.
Oh,
Like I said, I made it up right now.
okay.
Came
But I
out
can-
of his brain.
But I can give it again if you need to like write it down really quickly.
No, it's okay.
It's
This thing
recorded.
is it's recorded.
Oh, it's recorded. Yeah, just come back to it and we'll commission some artist to draw it for us.
Well, I just want to
It is a lovely thing.
How much do you want for this piece?
Fuck, they quoted you the price before and I don't remember what I said.
I think it's like what? I don't remember either.
we have
Mark-
1,200 gold. Or sorry,
Yeah,
we
we
have
have-
12,000 gold. Excuse me.
We have a ton.
You've got there's no chance that you won't be able to afford this item.
Right.
But
the
I'm-
thing is like I think with my personal funds, because I have like around I think 1,000, so hopefully that should be enough, but we'll see.
I thought it was around 1,000 because
Yeah.
you were cool with it when it was just you.
Yeah.
Okay. She says, for this piece, we would only charge you 600 gold pieces.
You see his tail, Argo's tails do the little like the cat interest, the little hook they do.
Mm-hmm.
As he's like trying to
Cool.
hold it, he's like,
Cool. I'm gonna keep in mind that tail thing, and you're gonna be rolling your deceptions with disadvantage.
yeah, for now, yeah, for sure. Like, let me roll. Do you want me to roll deception just to make sure? Like,
Well, let me know what you're saying first.
oh no, pretty much is that it's gonna be like. I assume this item is not cursed, correct, Captain? It'd be a shame to curse your clients.
Oh, of course not. You are some of my favorite customers. I would want nothing more than for you to come back and continue to spend your gold or to sell me interesting pieces you find.
He'll. Can I just roll an insight? Insight,
for
just
it.
to be sure. Like,
Go for it.
13. He's really distracted by the blade.
She has always been kind of off, and the more you've learned about Ews has kind of made her a little weirder to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
She's terribly hard to read. All you have to go on is what she's told you. You can't. She's betrayed nothing else from her demeanor.
He'll bite. He'll just look at it and be like, 650, 600, done. And he'll extend his paw.
Which is full of gold, or
Yeah. I mean, of
or
course,
is this like a shake on the deal?
it was like shaking the deal, and then with the other,
She happily shakes your hand. Nice, firm, but not crushing handshake. Very professional.
a connoisseur. I'll use my funds to pay for this, so
Okay.
600 GPs
Deduct,
down.
deduct 600 gold pieces and add that +1 short sword.
Mm-hmm. And just after this, Argos will pass his rapier to Farron.
Ooh.
That
Farron
way,
adds-
Oh.
she has magical item, so she can do magical damage, and I can keep this +1, at least one,
Mhm.
before I get the other.
So how is yours different? How's that one different from mine?
His rapier is a magical +1 rapier.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. That means you will bypass most of the resistances that certain monsters have, because it's magical damage. and you add 1 to your damage and to your attack rolls.
I had a
How
bit
do,
in
how do I
mind.
change that on my sheets? Because I'm gonna forget.
Oh, if you just
If you'd like, I can do it for you.
Okay. Farron takes her old rapier and just throws it on the ground.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
A clerk comes running over, snatches it, and vanishes with it.
Yeah,
who does?
cool.
A clerk.
She's just like.
It's
She's
gonna be
like
so-
that scene from Toy Story where he's like, I don't want to play with you anymore, and he just
Yeah.
drops Woody.
Exactly. Yeah. Like later, like
That's
maybe
exactly
like
what it is.
a week and a half later, it's gonna be like on sale. Like Dagger Company's original piece, Rapier by Farron is like in selling.
No, it's got my DNA on it.
Farron, go ahead and reload your character, the page that has your character sheet on it, and it should update.
Just before I finish, the Argos would look at the captain and be like, "Just if may I add, what does this supposed to mean?"
Oh yeah.
Sorry, what?
What does the inscription say? I don't recognize this language.
She looks at it and says, it is, well, it's not a written language. It is, but it uses abyssal alphabet. And from what I understand, it is an incantation to promise, to guarantee the suffering of anyone this weapon strikes.
Argos,
But
I think
death not guaranteed, but pain and suffering, yes indeed.
this sword of yours may be evil.
He looks at it, and you can see now that in his little cat eyes there is that like evil side of Argos, like going absolutely wild, like yes.
Argos?
Huh? Sorry, what? And he'll like tied up the sword, like use his belt and like put it around his waist.
She with the sword, they provide you a hilt, sort
Yes.
of like a sheath for it. A sheath for a khopesh is odd. It's not like a complete encompassing of the blade like a straight sword would have. It's sort of
Right.
like a nest for the blade, and like a strap to hold the hilt in place. But yeah, you've got a thing to set into it. Ilix, what are you doing? I didn't.
I was
call for a
insight
roll.
checking! No, I was insight checking Argos!
Oh,
I'll do my deception with disadvantage because it was very
Oh, yeah.
clearly.
yeah, absolutely.
How
Disadvantage.
you gonna beat that? Yeah, right.
All right,
Oh,
cool.
boy.
Okay, not only did you not keep it in, you failed to keep it in by half.
You kept it in from Rhodia. Rhodia leans over to Farron and is like, I do not know what to think about that sword, but I suppose even evil weapon will do good in hands of good person, yeah?
Yeah, no, what is there?
That's not quite how it works, buddy.
Amazing.
Oh
I don't know if I can. I don't know
What
if
you
I
want
can
to
expand on that.
do is you want the good people to have the bad weapons to keep them away from the bad people. But you
Oh,
don't use the weapons.
then we are good.
Because then that makes you bad.
Oh,
No.
We don't want to be bad.
Argos.
We want to be cool.
I wanted that to just be like a little joke in a bit, but
Yeah.
No.
I don't want to. I don't want Rhodia to encourage Argos to not use this weapon. So
No, I mean, I think what's gonna happen, like, Argos. What do I see with a 26?
Oh,
with
with
a
you
26?
using this weapon? Like, what will it, like, see? Like, honestly. Like,
Honestly-
how do you think he'll use it?
He's kinda a little bit, so he will use it the same way that he's been using all his weapons, like as long as they need to die, they will die. But with a 26, You can clearly see he's kind of wishing that this may be like some sort of like a evil blade or something like that, like the one that
This is
grants you
evil
power.
shit.
Yeah, if you do like evil stuff kind of deal, and he's like, maybe.
Jesus
But
Christ.
not like his first priority to just immediately start swiping and killing people. Just like, if this happens to be an evil blade, you know, you already got it, so might as well use it.
Okay. I think Elix will look at Argos while he takes his blade and will be like, Argos?
Yes, sorry, I was looking at this thing.
No, I know. Yeah, I know.
But it's so good. Look at it. And he's gonna do like the flourish, like getting used to the weight of it and everything.
No,
It's-
now's the time when you
Right.
start personifying it.
Alright.
Argos, when you swing this thing,
Mm-hmm.
it's like
It goes. Ooh!
no, it makes no sound, but it's hard to describe. When you swing it, it's like it's pulling your hand. It wants to be swung.
Uh-oh.
Like every time he does like the swing and everything. Do you see that? You know how sometimes like cats just stare at something and they like completely ignore everything in the world, and you're like, "What are you looking at? Ghosts?" It's the same, but looking at the blade. He's just like watching its movement and everything, and you swear, but I will require perception checks that you can hear him purring.
I got this inside check. I'm using my inside check.
That you can definitely know that he will be purring at this thing.
Argos. Argos?
Yeah, sorry. Wow, my bad. What?
Yeah.
What have I done?
We all just turn into idiots when we get new weapons.
Alright. I'm worried about you with this weapon, Argos. You're slipping.
I mean, just look at it, Ilix. It's beautiful. It barely makes a sound. The balance is awesome. Normally, you have to compensate with certain things, like the rapier I give bearing. Like, it's a little bit of a counterbalance near the right side, but this is just so pristine.
The balance of this weapon is forward. It's a sword, but it swings almost like an axe, like it's ready to just hack into something.
Oh,
Argos.
it's gonna be good. Think about it. I can make a feint attack, and then just like pretty much explaining the sneak attack.
Argos,
Yes.
your problem has never been attacking something. You're very good at that. You don't need to be better at it. Because you're really good. And this is worrying me. You're purring
Am I?
at a weapon. It's very disconcerting.
Am I? Oh, probably my bad. Are you sure maybe I was not like clearing my throat
No.
or something?
No. Article, stop! You can lie to a lot of people. Stop lying to me.
This used to be a lot easier to get away with when Clicker was here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly. I need my partner in
was.
crime.
Clicker would also
write a-
purr when stabbing things.
Yeah. Yep. Nope. Alex is here and she's full force. Get used to it. And
like-
Alex will be like, Argos, I'm glad you have a weapon you like. I'm worried about how you're wielding it immediately right now. Okay?
I'll promise that I would only kill what needs to be killed.
No, that's not. I don't want that promise. Alright?
But that's fine.
That's not the thing I want from you. You need to think about it. Alright?
Okay. Okay, how about this? We will
Oh, this is already. I'm already worried.
once once Narissa is able to be like done
Nope.
with her studies,
Nope.
she can analyze the blade just to make
Nope.
sure it's no cursed.
Sure, she can analyze the blade, and I'm alright with this. But
Yes.
Argos, you yourself, I've been telling you this for a while. Murder is not the way.
I feel like I'm
And
listening to like a 12-year-old argue with his mom. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
look, you can like turn the gore off. It's like it's just a
Right.
video game with my friends, and
Exactly,
then she just like, okay,
like,
but don't
"Ugh,
murder in real life.
everyone else could do it, but not me. Ugh."
Ugh. But no, like, yeah, so Alex is just kind of like, Argos, look, I'm glad you have a. I'm not gonna take it away from you, obviously. But just I worry a lot about the fact that a lot of your first reactions to things are stabbing people. You know? That's a little worrying to me.
No, of course, but
No, you say of course, and then
Listen, I've been. This is kind of new for me, Alex. I was used to being alive, but if you didn't stab first, you always have to stab first and ask question later. This is kind of new territory for me, and I'm trying to do my best.
right.
But
And I appreciate that. Like you taking us with going to see. We're outside, right? Or like, where are we right now? We're
yeah,
talking
I,
about
I
this.
thought like Captain Zandros has had her hands like pressed together up to her mouth, just
Oh,
watching
Jesus
this
Christ.
exchange.
Okay, we're gonna go away. We're like, all
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
this was a lovely, nice,
and like
fun play for you. We're gonna go away. Thank you very much. Are there any more diamonds? Because we've asked you for it.
Not since this morning.
No one's allowed to die except us.
yeah,
Alright.
exactly.
Do come back if you. Oh man, she turned into Scottish for some reason. I can't even remember the voice I gave her a couple of minutes ago. I just got lost in this argument.
I think she was like softer. Yeah, a little bit softer.
Do come back if you
There you
find. Do come back if you find more magic items you would like to sell, or if you think of anything you would like to purchase that we can get for you.
He'll
The
Argus again
faithful
will
quartermasters of Euse are
Argus
are happy to serve.
Argus will think and then just be like, whenever you find the next one, that would be very great.
Of course. You are friends with Miss Narissa. We will send word through her.
Okay, alright.
And then Argus is gonna do the
Insight
classic, walk fast, and just like
Who are you insight checking?
Quartermasters of Booze.
Go for it.
Fuck. I wasted it on Argus. Not that I wasted it. I'm so glad that I did that, but still.
Cool. This woman is. I mean, you get no more information than you don't already know. Specifically, that this woman is a consummate professional who is a master of her own expressions and gives away nothing more than what she would like. So you only know what she has said.
Okay. Okay. Oh, headphones. God damn it.
Oh no. Can you not hear us?
I can hear you now. Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
okay.
All right. Good.
My headphones are being dicks. And I'm upset about it.
You need new
Um,
headphones.
On the way towards Rhodia, while we argue this, Argus would have already taken out a dagger, and he's trying to like see how like dual wielding the the koppish and the dagger would work. Because I assume short sword are light, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
I do want you to do one thing for me. I want
Yes,
you to
sir.
go into your +1 sword,
Mm-hmm.
and I need you to customize it a little bit,
Yes, sir.
if you're able to. It does
let's see.
not deal piercing damage. It deals slashing damage.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you can adjust it like that though.
Let's
Alright.
see.
Once we're away from them, Alex needs to still yell at Argos a little.
You thought we were done?
I'm not done yelling.
Yeah.
Damage bonus. I can add a note, but I don't think I can modify the type of damage. I can modify the bonus, the to hit bonus, and to overwrite. But
all right.
I'll just
Well,
put a note in it, like slashing.
yeah. Just yeah.
Yeah.
Keep in mind it deals slashing damage. It's probably not going to come up as important at any point.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt you're going to run into any kind of monsters that have resistance to piercing damage but not slashing damage, or vice versa.
Right.
It's really just skeletons, and the only trick to them is hit them with big blunt object.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Then we can continue yelling at
And
our.
yes, yeah. Then
Sorry, Argos.
No, that's okay. I like this. I like this like ethical dilemma between like a really good character and a potentially bad guy.
and a character that doesn't care.
Exactly.
He's having a character arc.
Mhm.
Hey.
Exactly.
But no, as we get away, because yeah, that's why I was saying like, oh, I don't want to talk about this in front of the faithful of Ooze. And she'll be very like low voice and be like, Argos, I appreciate you bring us in with the shit was the minnow, and that's great. But sometimes you just kind of fucking grab things without thinking, and
Dang.
you know, you're part of this group, and I understand you got a lot going on other things. From listening to the minnow, that's a lot, and I'm already upset about the fact that we now have to deal with the minnow again. But you know, just be careful with what you're taking and what you're gonna stab with, because you're doing things that you think are gonna help, but at the same time, sometimes the thing you're thinking you're gonna help just hurts us, because we're gonna have to help save you when the time comes, and you gotta think about that.
Well, to be honest, like having a target on my back makes it a little bit more difficult to like try to make the right choice. I always need stuff to help me defend myself, and he like showed the blade one more time.
Well, but that's what we are here for, and don't you think we can do that?
Well, yeah, but I don't think you can guard me 24/7, can you?
Yeah, that's what we're here for. We're with each other 24/7.
Yeah, but and then he like pause for a second and then get really really close to Ilix, be like, "What if any of the others is an assassin here to kill me? Would you be able to kill Farron if she happens to be the bad guy?"
I'm sorry. You think one of... Yeah, okay. You think one of them under the... None of these people are gonna kill you. If they were gonna, they're gonna do it like 5 days ago when you annoyed them, Argos.
Yeah, unless they're playing the long game. Have you thought about it? And he'll like turn around. What if they're just waiting for the right moment when everything is down, when your defense are the weakest and dead to strike?
I'm going to punch Argos.
I'll take it. Like, not even like do an attack roll, just whack him.
Oh,
Yep.
I just attacked you. Oh
You see his eyes like narrow down, like, yes, guarding my back 24/7, huh? And he like wipe a little bit of the blood from his nose.
No, that's not even possible. I deal 0 damage when I punch.
What you didn't see, Alex, is that before he fell to the ground, he punched himself really quick.
Oh, I see, okay.
You could have the-
Yeah, because that's how punches work.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
No.
Argo, you gotta trust somebody sometime. You trusted quicker.
He
And
paused for a
if you
second.
don't trust us, what are you doing here? Do you just want to go with the minnow, or do you want to stay with us?
Well, first, the pay is pretty good, not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Second of all, the last time I put my unblinded trust in someone, it ended really, really bad. So pardon me if it's not as easy to give away as you want it to be.
Right?
I promise I will not do anything crazy without consulting the grub. But this type of thing, this trust, it takes its time, Alex.
I know.
I had a very dark past and I lost a lot. And perhaps the reason for me to stay with you guys is the chance to start again. My own criminal empire. Isn't that great? I could be the boss.
Okay, I don't want a criminal empire. I'm not gonna allow. I don't want that. So that's a thing we'll have to talk about. But also, you think you're the only one here with the dark past? Rhodia has Prime Water who just trots him, like, quietly. Trots him out someplace. And
Exactly.
Aaron,
We're going into hush modes.
and there are these things I don't think she talks about, but she has anger issues.
I'm not angry, I'm just spirited. That's me talking about Taylor.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not angry. Like breaks down.
Wherever Farron is right now, she just has a random outburst.
It's fine.
She's like, oh, I just want to punch something. Oh, it feels so good.
Never says things that she doesn't want to talk about from her own past too. And I have my own dark past too. Argos. Like, my parents, I saw them die in a thing, and now I'm here doing other things, and then the person I thought I could trust disappeared. Doing things that I know she thought was good. She's gone now, though, and now I have to do it on my own. So you're not the only one with a dark past, alright? Like, it's great, and I'm glad you're trusting me with some of your dark past. But it's not the only one. You're not the only one who has it, alright? Like, let's all do it together. We all have a dark past together. Isn't that like we're all daggers?
He paused for a second. He's like, okay, now part of me wants to joke and say like, at least you met your parents. I never met them, but that would be a dumb reply. But
No, you can do it. No, that's a great
yeah, go for
reply.
it. Do it.
Do
Go
it.
with
Let's get this out.
yeah, right. Okay, fine. He was like, oh, so you saw your parents die? Boo-hoo, Alex. I never had one. I was taken from a land far away from here, brought into a ship, spent weeks only giving like crumbs and water, and then sent to the streets of a massive city I didn't know. I didn't even speak the language when I was here.
Argos, I'm sorry. That sounds terrible. Alex will reach forward and hug.
Yeah, right.
Argos. I'm sorry.
Um,
That sounds terrible.
Can someone put the gif of Rocket Raccoon and Drax at the very end? Where he's like all angry and then he's like all the emotions comes out and he's like but he'll at first like react a little bit awkward to the hug, and then he'll like be like, okay, fine, and be like, sorry, I'm not used to talk about myself out there, you know.
No,
I
it's
mean,
okay.
I was an assassin. My entire livelihood and training reduces on killing people. Pretty
Right.
much what I know how to do, and I'm pretty good at it.
No, you're really good at killing people. I've seen it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's an art, but it's just and like sometimes you need shadows so you can make light. Perhaps you don't want a criminal empire, but
Mm.
if the criminal warlord of this place owes you a favor, doesn't that sometimes outweigh the bad?
No, I don't think so. But I also,
I
but I also think I'm very glad you told me these things, Argos. And I think it is good that we talked about this, and that you told me, and that we can all get this all together. Because, no, I don't think replacing one criminal empire with another is good. You know, that's just not me. But your ideas are something that are good to see how maybe we can make that not happen. So that's an interesting thing, you know, Argos?
Yeah, well, I can always be the guy who has to do the bad thing that no one else wants to do it. Been doing it my whole life.
That is true. But I think you do good things too, because you save people. You saved my life, you saved other people's lives, so you got good things. Alright? It's not just bad things in your life, alright? Because you got us.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, okay, sorry. I may have overreacted a little bit, but
Well, that's fine.
I'll
I mean-
promise not to...
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's like, I promise I will go, like, ape shit crazy next time.
Alright. I mean, we're still gonna kill people, I think, because there's a lot of things that is gonna happen.
There's a lot of death ahead of us.
So you're still gonna be doing good things with that. But, like, also, we need to, like, discuss about, you know, the murder.
Fine. One.
Cool.
Okay,
Okay, there
fine.
it goes. And she'll hug him again.
Yeah, shit. He'll reciprocate the hug. And just as, like, the very last thing is like, you got a mean right hook, though, Elix, gotta say.
Oh, thank you. I'm not very good at punching.
It's always about not expecting it.
Oh, okay, all right. 'Cause I've tried to punch a lot of people, and I've just bounced off of them. It's not been good.
He goes like, well, yeah, I understand. Sometimes you might want to go for like the weaker parts, and Argos will teach. Oh fuck, what was it called? What was the miscongeniality thingy that she does?
Oh,
Yeah, the class.
Judo?
The
like the weak points to attack on a guy.
Remember?
What was it, like lips or
Dang
something?
it.
Or
Yeah,
something like that.
It's like throat.
It was solar plex.
Yeah, solar plexus. Yes. Oh my
Instep.
god, I know this song.
So
No,
Yeah,
it's just
solar
a
plexus
groin.
and
Yes.
step groin. Yes, yes.
So Argos will teach Elix the sing routine. That will definitely get them a full surprise.
Oh, sing! That's what
Yes.
it was.
Thing.
Yeah,
Solar plexus, instep, nose, and groin.
and groin. So he'll just try to teach each one of those to Elix. A quick lesson on hand-to-hand combat.
Ilix and Argos, please take a point of inspiration if you have not, or if you do not already have it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
That was great.
Sorry.
I also found a way to do the proficiency and the damage type for the weapon that he got.
Oh,
Ooh, where?
Yeah, so if you go and instead of making it a short sword, if you make it a scimitar, then you can equip it that way. However, rogues don't naturally have proficiency in that, but if you go to your proficiencies, then you can add a proficiency with Scimitar, and then it'll be automatically updated with the damage type and everything.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting. Oh yeah, go ahead and like make that custom item.
Yep, I'll mix around.
But yeah, I like that a lot. That was great.
Yes.
That was fantastic. Thank you both.
I don't know if anybody made any progress either way, but
No, I don't know either.
Well,
Sorry, but thank you. I'm sorry. I'm like, oh god.
no, no,
do
that was,
was
do
great.
not apologize for that. That was
that was
fantastic.
amazing. That was
Yeah, that
actually
was
pretty
awesome. I'm like sad Farron wasn't there.
fun.
we're there.
just got
But
the-
I mean, like, I think
But I
Rudia
mean,
and
like,
Farron are
we
just
were-
in the corner with their tongues hanging out. Like,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no,
Holy
Farron is not listening to that. That is like getting drunk at a tavern and just having some moments
Or
conversation.
if you guys were walking with us, you just saw out of nowhere, Ilix just like sucker punch Argos right to the floor, and then like more conversation and then hug, and then it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Farron liked that. She thought it was awesome.
Yeah, that
She was
was
like, I don't know what's
legit
going
good.
on, but that was cool.
I mean,
hope
that's
she
the
does
only-
it again.
That's the only time Farron has ever seen Ilix actually be able to punch somebody actually because she's tried.
Farron just starts
and
clapping. She's
terrible.
just like,
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm rubbing off on her.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, honestly and truthfully, Ilix punched him because of Farron because she's like, this is what Farron would do.
Oh.
Oh,
Felix,
God,
this is
that's
my
the
l-
perfect one.
Felix is my little murder potato. I love her.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Jesus Christ. Oh, god. Okay, anyway.
Okay. So the other thing you guys were gonna do was gonna swing by the Prime Water Estate, so Rhodia could get cleaned up,
I also
Um,
need to check on my burbs.
and also to check up on your
Yes.
burbs. But Ilix, where are you doing that? Are you doing that separately? I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna give you this information
Oh.
for free. Ooh, excuse me. Your ravens have not conquered the Prime Water territory yet.
That's fine.
The seagulls have kept them pushed back. Prime Water Estate is right on the water, and that is
Yeah.
seagull stronghold territory.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
so the corvids, don't even have like inroads or spies to this point.
Okay.
They are currently pushing pretty hard on the council hall. That is sort of like it's a giant roofed. It's got a giant roof that has actually it's shaped sort of oh god, how would you describe it? It's like a blocky infinity. It's like a digital 8 on its side sort of thing. It's got like the center, but it's got like two wings, and so it's got two pocket courtyards. So there's a lot of real estate under the eaves for nesting. So it is a big time stronghold, and it is not on the water, but it's across the street from it, so it is a huge holding point, and that is where the corvids are really pushing in.
Ooh, okay.
Nice. All right. Did that scimitar properly add your proficiency
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
what I did is I
And the
changed
sneak
I just added my proficiency bonus to the scimitar itself for the to
Mhm.
hit, and that way I can get my +8.
Excellent.
oh no, you should go and change the proficiency. If you go to your proficiencies, you can click on your weapon proficiencies and then add one. That way, it'll automatically do it in case when your proficiency changes later, it'll automatically upkeep.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ah, okay.
All right,
All right.
that's a
Well,
good.
all right. Good thing it's working. I don't expect you guys to fight, but just in case you do,
Right.
you got
You
it
never know.
working. Never.
You never know.
I genuinely never know. Uh, but that's that's the kind of info you have. Like,
Cool.
there's uh, there's honestly outside the council hall a lot of people kind of looking up, like kind of like what the hell? Because there is seagull corvid fights going on constantly up there.
Excellent.
Like corvids are circling and the seagulls are like bombing in. Like seagulls have the physical size advantage, but corvids got the intelligence
Yeah, they are.
factor, and the corvids are backed by somebody, someone special. It's you.
Suddenly, Gerald
Um,
just appears and like floating in air, sitting on a cloud.
Exactly. The
Um,
herald has arrived.
I will. I do want to give food to all of the corvids and just kind of be about that. Very quickly. I'm so sorry. I don't want to take up too much time.
Oh no, it's fine. It's
Um,
fine.
No, go for it.
It's a little pit stop.
I do very pit stop. Like, I will put up a lot of like corvid food and just talk to like, hey, what's up? What you been seeing lately? What's going on? What's going on, buddy? How's it going?
Mander, the war goes poorly.
Oh no. Oh
We've-
no.
We've pressed inroads into the city of Saltmarsh, but the seagulls, vile, dirty sea rats that they are, they give as good as they get.
Oh no.
Does this
Okay.
does this Corvid have like an eye patch?
Yes,
Yes.
Oh no!
it's also missing a foot,
No!
and it's just using the rest of its leg as sort of like a peg leg thing.
Buddy.
But worry not, our numbers are growing. The sea grove of Sylvanas is ours. We've ejected all seagulls from that sacred place.
Oh boy.
And our babies grow, and we teach them the hatred of the seagulls.
Oh boy. Okay. Yes, seagulls are kind of trash. But
Yes, mistress. Garbage.
I am more. I like to know more, like things that are happening in the house that is nearby, and also, and the oh god, what
It
the
is war,
fuck?
my lady.
Oh boy.
Death and blood and feathers.
Oh, okay. I give more food.
But it is all for the good. For you.
Okay. Yes, no, this is honestly this is good to know things. Do you have information about what has happened in the building with the here or with the council? The council house, which is what is the council house name? God.
The council hall.
Council hall.
This big building. Yes, the roostings here are plentiful. A fine fortress, and the seagulls guard it well.
Yeah. No, yes, that's great. But is there any information about the people coming in and out? That is a good thing to know. The people.
Yes, fish, men, and women, in and out. Also lizards.
Okay, that's good. Lizards going in and out are good as well. Okay, cool. But here as well, lizards and other people.
You're asking about Prime Water Estate?
Now I'm asking about Prime Water Estate. I was asking about the
No, my lady. No intel. The seagulls hold it firm. Even our spies can't get close.
I see.
Do you just see like a couple of corvids painted white with like a big yellow prosthetic?
Yeah, right. What is happening?
Oh man, that was a good one.
Okay.
Just flying and then you get dive bombed by by a seagull.
Yeah. I don't want you guys to be too. Like, you guys have done very well. Can you?
Our lives for you, my lady.
Jesus Christ. Can we figure out the people who are coming in and out of this place they were in front of, as well as the council hall?
From a distance.
Okay.
Hideous people, always under the cover of darkness.
Oh boy. Okay. But you can't tell the difference between different people.
It is too dark.
Mhm.
During the day, there are usually fewer. And they are the people who usually go in and out. Though occasionally, people from around the town.
That makes sense. You guys have been doing amazing jobs. If you can stay close by to Prime Water Estate.
We will try, my lady. But we
I-
have no strongholds nearby. We must
Okay.
take the House of Many Eves. Which is what he refers to the council hall as.
Okay. I will help as much as I can, and she will give all rations that she has to feed all of these ravens.
Blessings! Blessings from the queen! All
Oh,
little
no.
corvids say.
If
as they
Oh, boy.
gobble up the food.
if we are also with you, then Rodeo will give his rations to Ilix as well to give them. Actually, do I even have any?
Do you have any rations?
I actually don't think I do. Oh yeah, I do have rations left. I've got 8.
Okay. How many rations are you giving?
I mean, I'm giving 5 rations, which is what I have.
I'll throw 5.
Okay.
I'll give 5 to you.
Okay. Ilix, make an animal handling check.
Oh boy. Okay. Hey!
Nice. More troops have been recruited.
Amazing.
All seagulls spontaneously explode.
Exactly. Amazing. Okay. I'm sorry to say you will not see the effects of this roll check for a couple of days.
Oh
But-
no. Okay.
Oh no, what does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
It means that you're not gonna automatically watch as the corvids just kill a bunch of seagulls. It's a war. It's gonna take some time. But you can feel confident with that roll
Yay!
that the corvids are going to be making some headway.
Yay! All right.
Okay. So, Rhodia, you head to the Prime Water Estate. Let me ask, is there anybody who is not going to, like, come along with Rhodia?
Nope.
We all go.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
sorry, we're all going, yeah.
Except for Narissa, who is, really, really getting that, scribing done.
She is in her zone. It's
Exactly.
fine.
Like the boat was parked and we're like, "Come on, Narissa, we gotta go." 5 more minutes.
Exactly.
Okay. Then Rhodia, you approach the Prime Water Estate with your friends, the Dagger Company, minus Narissa, in tow. And you approach and you knock on the door because you have to knock on the door every time. but a familiar face opens the door to greet you.
Mr. Butler?
It is Mr. Butler.
Ugh. Oh no.
Hello.
Master Rhodia. Welcome back.
Hello, Mr. Butler. How was your day?
Oh, fine. Thank you for asking. As you always do. Such a polite guest. And speaking of guests, who are your friends?
These are fellow adventurers, like myself. I have just come to drop off some things and change clothes after fighting, what was it we fought? Oh, the Kruthix, right?
Perfect.
Does Rhodia know the name Kruthix?
After fighting bug things under the ground.
Ooh, sounds fearsome.
Oh, it
But you
definitely
obvious-
was.
But you came out on top, it appears. Congratulations.
Thank you. I will save the entire story for next party.
Wonderful. I'm sure Mr. Primewater and his guests will be overjoyed to hear your retelling.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but your name is really Mr. Butler?
Yes, I come from a proud family of butlers.
Like the word butler, like Butler.
Yes, that's how you spell my name and my profession.
That's lovely.
So you have no other hobbies or dreams? You just want to be a butler.
I have many hobbies and many interests.
Oh no.
Yeah, that.
But,
the last
Terrific.
reflection.
but bottling is certainly my passion.
Butler.
That sounds great. She tries really hard not to say stupid.
So where is
That sounds
Stupendous! Thank you. Now, if you will kindly follow me. Mr. Rhodia, you know the way to your private apartments. Do keep your friends from wandering.
Will do, of course.
Yes, excellent. And Mr. Butler departs.
Why can we not wonder?
Hey, Rhodia,
Yes?
why does he sound like a snake?
No, he does not sound like Snake. Snake sounds like.
No.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You sound.
He does.
That guy's weird. I don't like him.
Yeah. How? Are you sure you know him? Is he the same guy that you were here before?
Oh, yes, of course. He greets me at door all the times.
Okay, well, take us where you wish to go, Rabia.
This was
Your-
his one, right?
Yes, the blue apartments are yours.
Got you. Okay. So yeah, it's up there in the back. Doop 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 doop.
Passing by these rough-looking guards, they see you, Rhodia, and they give you the up nod, like.
So,
But they kind of give everybody else the kind of side eye.
Mm-hmm. Kind of, as I'm passing by, kind of roll a perception check to see if there is any like mercenary group they belong, or they're like a private force.
Give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, very good.
Nice.
You don't see any kind of notary that you recognize.
Mm-hmm.
They look like they've been given, based on sort of like like looking at them, they look pretty grizzled. You can definitely see on like hands and or like pieces of the arm that are exposed, there are scars that suggest an extremely rough life of fighting. But they are dressed in like their armor and equipment. It's like a uniform. It's extremely nice and kept very neat.
Is this like the bodyguard in a tuxedo kind of look?
Yes, I would say yeah. You super get that feel, like a bodyguard in a tuxedo. Like you see a dude in a tuxedo, but he's like huge, and you're like, that tuxedo looks odd on that person.
There,
Right.
like
Like
if I inside check, this is also going to be bad, right? Like
I don't know. Are you gonna insight check them?
I was going to as I went by. I don't want to.
Sure. If you want to, do it.
Alrighty.
They they look rough. You got the like you would if you weren't trying to be polite, Ilix, you'd say thug.
Oh, Jesus.
Thug dressed up like somebody respectable. They're not even particularly good at hiding it. These guys are bruisers.
Daddy, do you know these people?
Say again?
Do you know these people?
Oh, asking Rhodia?
Yeah.
Rhodia knows some of them. He's like, yes, I have spoken to some of them. That over there, that is, oh man, what are some really like thuggy names? Tony. That is Tony.
Duke
Duke.
and
Cutter.
And Cutter.
Boy.
Yeah, well, like super stereotypical.
Wonder how he got that name.
Super stereotypical henchman
wow.
names.
Wow.
One guy's name is literally just Thud.
Oh boy.
Can I do a perception check of Rhodia's room to see if it's like, you could say it's arranged to be like a display case, you know? Like if he would, whenever Rhodia's out, this guy would bring them in. Is like, this is where I keep my pet, kind of deal.
Probably.
I'm sorry, huh? Oh, like this room.
Yeah, is it a zoo exhibit?
Kinda, pretty much. Like if there is like a way to.
Ooh, give me an investigation check of the room. Damn.
Nice.
You're like you're immediately suspicious of this room, obviously. You go kind of moving along the walls, kind of like peeking behind paintings. You're sort of like fiddling around. Maybe there's like a like you're like peeking under rugs. You're looking for like peepholes or like a way to like monitor the room.
Oh, Mr. Primewater said not to mess with decorations. And then Rhodia's gonna go into the other room to change.
But this room looks very secure, actually.
Oh.
This is a room built for privacy.
Ooh, I was expecting like the old classic peephole in the portrait thing.
Yeah, I was also a gunning for that. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't find anything like that in here. This is a room built. This is a guest's room.
Yeah.
This is an honored guest's room.
Huh.
See, nothing to be suspicious about. This guy's a good guy.
I think they're having, like, this is, where do you want us to go?
Well, I don't expect we're going to be very long. Rhodey is just going to strip out of armor and then put on some normal day clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Probably leave stuff behind. It's evening. Gotta wear evening wear.
Yeah. But you do have enough time for a bath or a steam if you'd like it.
Oh, yeah,
Rhodia, you know you've got full access to both the bath and the sauna.
Ooh,
Okay.
Cool.
Well, I don't know if I would really...
Sorry, these are the baths, actually. This is
Oh.
like a communal bath.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is where you get clean. This is where you lounge in...
Exactly.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure if like a bath is like a always necessary sort of thing, and I don't know what like the culture is about it in fantasy worlds, but
This is
Do it. Yeah, do it. Do it.
having baths available is a supremely rich person thing.
yeah. That's why I'm thinking it's like I don't know how much Rhodia thinks it's like necessary. If we were planning on doing more things, then he probably wouldn't suggest it and wouldn't do it. But if like we've got time to burn, then he definitely would suggest it and invite
You've got a couple of hours. Like you guys rolled in at 3:30, and then you like went to the Ews, and you've just been kind of generally around, burning up maybe another couple of hours. I would say maybe it's like 4:30, maybe 5 o'clock. You've got maybe an hour or two before sundown.
Okay. Supposing there wouldn't be anything about like Narissa going around looking for all of us, but then yeah, I think he would offer. Or ask how they felt about it.
Oh, I have two different things.
Two different thoughts on it?
Yeah. A, I love
I think maybe you cut
I
off.
love a bathhouse.
Yeah.
I love a bathhouse. Elix, I think, would really want to like look around. She wants to like go around and look at shit.
Look,
Yeah, Farron's like, I'm gonna have a house like this one day.
I have sensed that maybe you are a little uncomfortable in this place, and I do not know why. It is a great place, but let me show you bathhouse. That will definitely make you like it.
Bathhouse is great. I also just wish to look around without people. Is that okay?
With what?
Without people, can I do so with maybe Farron? Farron and I look around. No, but Farron wants to be in bathhouse.
I do not think that is good idea.
I
Mr.
mean,
Primewater
we
does
can
not
look
like...
around, but we were told we can't look around, which makes me want to
Yeah.
look around even more.
Right? Yes, exactly.
Above table, I'm sure Rhodia would have, like, times when he would not be around to discourage this if you wanted to sneak off. Rhodia would not, and would not be happy if you didn't, or if you did sneak away.
Correct.
But also,
So there
like,
are-
he
you
could
can
be
see by
slipped.
you can see by looking at this map that there are rooms that are blacked out.
Yeah.
Rhodia, these are rooms you have never seen.
Right, nor has
And
he
they
tried
are-
to.
You like, there has been a time where you have sort of like grabbed a doorknob and it's been locked, or you've grabbed at a doorknob and basically you get a no, don't go in there from like one of the guards or from Mr. Butler himself.
Well, Farron wants to look around, but she
Yes.
also doesn't want to cause a ruckus.
This is dog kicking room, and this is baby slapping room.
Oh
And
my
this
god!
No, but like,
This
Ellis
is
is
the
like,
room where you kick puppies out the window.
yeah.
yeah, exactly. And Ellis is just like, I just want to see what. I need to see what's in other rooms. And Farron, you want to do this too, right? Right.
I do, but then also bathhouse.
I completely understand. No, I completely.
Farron is just
get it.
torn between her lust for action and her laziness.
Oh, for sure. This is fantastic.
Like, I
love
could either
everything.
fight people or take a bath.
I love everything about this.
So I guess Farron is maturing a little bit. She's like, look, I want to look around, but I don't want anyone yelling at me. So I guess we'll just stay out of trouble. Unless Elix just, I don't know, turns into a hummingbird or something. Just starts flying around.
I can't turn into anything that flies.
Okay, so a
Bummer.
One day that's gonna be the
Bummer.
bane of my existence. But for now,
I was trying
yes.
to think of something tiny that wasn't like
I
Like
can
a
turn into a
mouse.
mouse, though. I'm gonna be a mouse. I can't be a mouse that just goes everywhere.
she's gonna go in the walls.
I just say
Yeah.
I would say be careful because Rhodia has never seen a mouse in this place. It's probably pretty clean.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to think of
Correct.
something that was
You have-
small but not a mouse.
Rhodia, you have never seen anything in this house that Mr. Primewater has not explicitly invited inside.
Mm.
That's crazy. Oh my god.
That sounds like a nice threat. Like, very well said, James.
Oh, Alex is upset about this now.
All right, I need to know. Is somebody gonna try to sneak around this house? Or not? Because that's going to kind of adjust what happens in the next 30 minutes.
I'll also
I
give
want-
you the
I
Rhodia
want-
thing. Rhodia won't go take a bath if nobody is joining him.
Argos would have 100% tried to sneak and, take stuff, but after a really good heartfelt moment, he's like, yeah, maybe tomorrow. Like,
So it sounds
he-
like Rhodia and Argos are over here.
yeah, I'm down for a nice bath.
Rhodia and Argos at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll go too. Don't make it weird.
Yeah. I'll go take a bath too. A lady.
I mean, she
And-
does want a bath. She
I mean,
wants
I
the
assume that
bubbles and all the
this
nice
little,
smells.
These
She
little
just
closed walls makes it private, so there's
Oh,
not gonna
yeah.
be
Yeah,
like,
there's
yeah.
like tiny little booths.
sweet.
Yeah.
What about you, Alex? What are you doing?
Elix is gonna turn into something. We just have to figure out what she's gonna turn into.
God.
I want her to
No,
go
like-
for so
No,
bad.
Beth
What?
is exactly right. Beth.
What's up, Margaret? What's up? What are we doing, Margaret? What's up?
I
What if
wanna
you
look
were a
around.
lizard?
Ooh, you could be
I
on the
wanna look
ceiling.
around.
Like one of those little green lizards. It's really fast.
I want to look around.
Yes.
I'm gonna shapeshift.
The rest of us have our eyes.
Oh. Okay. All right. Okay. What are you turning into?
Oh my god.
Lizard?
Fuck off. I don't know. Let me look. Not gonna be a bear, obviously, which I wish it could be, which would be great. I wish I could be a bear,
Ooh.
One day.
but
One
no.
day.
No, I can't actually be a bear right now.
Oh, you can be a brown? The small one.
I can be a brown bear right now.
Which is weird because black bears are smaller.
Really?
Well, but they're fiercer. Black bears are crazy.
Yeah, I love bears.
They're
Bear.
You know, we are cave thing. I might be a cave badger. Let me look.
A badger?
Cave badger. Cave badger. Badgers are a thing. I can see in the dark, and I slither around.
You know, it's going to be difficult to operate door handles like that.
I can get that.
Slam against them and they'll open.
I have so many cats do this. And they do open doors. It's weird. Chief Badger! What if I'm? It's not gonna be an otter, but also, Sully. Why? Something similar. I will send. It's gonna be something like Cave Badger, though.
You're going to send it to me?
Well, obviously, who else would I send it to?
Well, I mean... Okay, alright. We're gonna take our eyes off Ilix for a minute. Over in the bathhouse. Rhodia, you're used to this. You're not at your table, so you don't hear it. So it's not important. But Argos, Farron, Argos, it's up in the air. But Farron, you have never experienced luxury like this.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's not just like a bar of soap. There's an assortment of oils. And you like spend a little time kind of smelling each one, like, oh, what do I want to throw into this bath?
She throws all of them in.
Which is Farron, take a point of inspiration. Which is the rookie move. As Rhodia would
Little
tell
bit
you,
of this,
but
little bit of that.
but you mix up your own scent cocktail to bathe in, and it's that dense smell coming off of the water that sort of like fills your sinuses and almost clouds your head a little with relaxation. The water is so very warm and just perfect, and unlike a lot of bath water, which is gross and full of like creams to hide how dirty it is, it's like actual clean water, which is like insane for these medieval times we live in. Rhodia, obviously you've been here for a while. You've gotten used to this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what your routine is. Argos, you're not unfamiliar with this level of luxury, but you also didn't experience it very often. The Xanathar sometimes gave exorbitant gifts for jobs completed, and it was only very occasionally that you would be able to like get this kind of treatment. But apparently Rhodey is fucking over here living the high life. Fucking 1%er over here.
If may I ask, like during this like bath thingy, like Argos will not yell over but question over his booth.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, Farron, could I ask you a question?
Sure.
What happens if you say something in Abyssal?
What?
Yeah, like if you ever saw like a phrase that it's in Abyssal, what happens if you read it out loud?
I don't know. She is just like in a different world right now.
Yeah, no, of course. So we were like, okay.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
That's it. He's just gonna go back to his like
Farron's
inner
just
mind.
like, okay.
Okay. We're gonna move back over to Ilix. Ilix, what's up? What's happening?
What's happening with Ellie?
Well, what are you doing? Are you chilling out in that room?
I mean,
have you decided what you're going to try to turn into to try to start running around?
I wish I could do more flying things for sure. I feel like that's every druid ever.
Is the flying bit because you want the speed or the evasiveness or what?
Evasiveness, and also, me as a person. Like, oh god, I just need flying characters, and so that's the thing. But no, one of my favorite things, I love Evil Floof. Evil Floof is amazing. I thought that was fantastic. And I thought that was very fun for both Phoebe, who is the person who has Floof, and also everybody else who is involved with Floof. And especially Oman, who is just like, yes, Evil Floof!
Best floof.
Like, I love that so much. And
Okay, go ahead.
no, like, that's the thing. I love that.
I was asking about being in the Prime Water Estate.
Prime Water Estate is me being like, I do still have. God.
Margaret,
Yeah.
you are, we are all currently in the Prime Water Estate, but Ilix stayed behind when everybody else went to bath time. You mentioned you did that because you wanted to look around. But you were having trouble picking like what you were going to do, so we stepped away from you to give you a chance to do that. And we are now our session's still going. I have, and we are coming back to see what you want to do. As far like are you going to actually transform into something and try to explore, or do you want to maybe next time that and
I'm going to next time that, because
okay.
I can't turn into a burp, which is sad.
Right. Okay.
All
right, then is Ilix just gonna chill out in Rhodia's room for now?
I what I was going to do is, like, I wanted to check on my burps and then hang out with Rhodia. That was what my thing was going to be.
You did check on your burbs, and you hung out with Rhodia with everybody else to go visit the Prime Water Estate.
Yeah.
Which is where you currently are now.
Yeah. And so that's what I was saying. I'm gonna, like, chill out with the Rhodia Estate.
Okay. Then I'm going to interpret that as Ilix is also gonna go take a bath with everybody else?
Sure.
Okay.
So also looking around forever at this place and being like, I hate this.
Trying to
If
absorb.
Ilix joins the bath, then Argus would have not asked the question out loud.
Oh no!
Ask it out loud! Do it!
Maybe she was tying her shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty.
Okay. But I'm just gonna kind of accelerate us a little bit here. So everybody is well behaved at the Prime Water Estate this time, but you do take a moment to, those of you who are here and suspicious, you do kind of throw your eyes around. How dare you? How dare you? These are your friends, Rhodia.
They are. I know
Thud and Chunk and Cutter.
I know half of their first names.
and Big Ed, and then Small Ed.
They're brothers, Rhodia. You know them.
I do.
Uh,
Oh no.
but you guys, those of you who are a little more suspicious of Prime Water, spend a little time kind of throwing your eyes around, getting a, drinking in as much of what you can see as you can. Uh,
See, yeah, uh-huh.
but eventually, you get cleaned up. Finally, you Rhodia gets his nice clean clothes on, and it is time for Rhodia's date.
So,
So, Rhodia, you're headed to the snapping line. The rest of you, what are you gonna do?
We're gonna get the
Are you
table
are you are
like
you
on
gonna
the other side so we can just eavesdrop. It'll be fine.
Wonderful. Absolutely fantastic. I was hoping you would. So the rest of you, uh,
Lord.
when it's sundown. Uh, the sky is still a little orangey. Uh, as you all make your way to the snapping line. The place is crowded, noisy, like it was, like it has been, like you've seen in the past. There seems to be, um, sort of a bit of a sour note to some of the reverie. Uh, just catching conversation, you can hear talk about how bad the recent catches have been. Um, and you can overhear a couple of people talking about how that can only be because all these fishmen have been coming through and either scaring off the fish or eating them before the fishes could catch them. Uh, a couple of voices speak up about like that's ridiculous. We've had bad catches in the past without them. This is a thing that sometimes happens, but sometimes some people are some people are okay with hearing it. Some people are just want to push their own push that racist through line. Um, but over at in the corner, in a quieter part of the tavern, uh, you see uh, uh, you see Mefera sitting with a tankard of the house special, the oof, what was it? I can't remember what it was.
Um, wasn't the house special the same everywhere in Saltmarsh?
No, it wasn't. Um, the house special in the snapping line was a was a weird.
I don't have any notes about it.
It was a weird lobster meat potato. Oh, claw wine. That's what it was called.
Okay.
She's there with a mug of claw wine. Uh, just kind of nursing it a bit. It's kind of like sitting there waiting. Uh, just like telling off anybody who moves up looking like they're gonna sit there. She looks like she has changed out of her work clothes, maybe like taken a wet washcloth to her face and hands to kind of clean up a little bit.
All right.
Argos, Ilix, Farron, Narissa is still copying spells. The three of you kind of slip into, like, find, uh, like an inconspicuous nearby table to kind of overhear the conversation. But Rodeo, what do you do?
I suppose we have been. Let's see. We know about the meeting time, right?
Yes, you know about the meeting time.
Rodeo's not good at being by himself, so he's probably going to hang out with the gang um, until he
It is the.
spots her, and then
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
uh, until like an appropriate time, and then I'll head over and meet her, and then we'll get a table.
But she's already there.
She
Oh,
has. A table.
she's already there. All right,
She's
then,
there. She has a table.
Then I'll just say farewell to them, and then go and say hello to her. What was her name again?
Mafera
Mafera. Yeah.
or
All right.
Mafera,
Mafura.
not Fe.
Mafera.
Mafera.
Yeah, I wrote it down somewhere around here. I just
Yes.
couldn't find it. Okay. Yeah, Rodeo's gonna go over and say hey and grab a seat.
There you are.
Hello, good to see you. Do you have drink?
And she kind of taps the rim of her mug.
Yeah,
Sure
good,
do.
Good. I'm gonna do whatever's necessary, signal or something to get something for myself.
Sure. What are you looking for? Are you looking for something specific? Are you doing the same thing she is?
Just beer or whatever.
Sure. Yeah. They've got plenty of ale.
Cool.
Normal stuff. And the owner, Hannah, sorry, not Hannah, sort of gets you your drink, asks you if you want anything to eat, and Mafera says yeah, and she orders the what would the snapping line serve? She orders the seafood
I'll take
platter.
the fish.
The
Fish and chips.
She orders the seafood platter.
Oof.
Oh man, like
super fresh,
the one
I
where
hope.
everything is fried. Ugh.
Yeah.
You come to find out that the answer is no. Everything is grilled.
All right.
Think-
Yeah, Rodeo's gonna get something. I don't know what his tastes are typically, but let's see. I'm sure I've come to like fish. We're on an ocean town. May as well. It's what they have.
Well, they've also got they also serve beef here, but they have beef and goat and lamb, but it's more expensive because it's not as plentiful.
Well, no matter. I'll just get some fish or something.
Mm-hmm.
Dinner selection is not super important.
Right.
So
Well, I mean, you did say you were gonna take her to dinner, so
Oh,
she's
yeah.
making she's making you pay for it.
I see. Cool. Fine with me. Rodeo's an adventure. I got millions of dollars.
You've got more money than you've got a lot of money.
I got a lot
Anyway.
of money. Yeah. All right. So I've given some thought. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, so she is she's sucking the meat out of some crab legs,
Mhm.
and she says, "So, you wanted to ask me about my blacksmith?"
Yes. Okay, so I gave some thought to how I wanted to approach this, and I think like Rodeo would want to try to like make a friendship first, and then kind of like ask details about the anvil, sort of like in concert with that, because I don't want it to be like a here's the deal, give it or else kind of situation, because that's not really what it's about. It's like Rodeo thinks that returning it to the dwarves would be a good deal or a good deed at this point, and he's trying to kind of like get to know her as well.
Okay.
So he might start out with like some small talk about blacksmithing because Rodeo's got some experience in that, but certainly not as much.
Interesting.
Stuff like that.
Okay, cool. Give me a persuasion check.
Okie dokie. 12.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh.
Sort of mentioning sort of the things you know about smithing.
Mm-hmm.
Make it conversational. You you succeed in kind of getting her to open up with you. She, in conversing with her, she has a sort of very like uh, she's got like an educator's personality. Like when you talk about smithing, she kind of picks up on the knowledge you have and starts kind of offering information that helps kind of expand that point. It's like it's her inclination to teach,
Yeah.
is sort of what you pick up on, and she falls very naturally uh, into that kind of mentality and rhythm.
I think the kind of smithing that Rhodia is used to originates from that stone giant kind of stuff. And like, while much of his gear would probably be left behind, he does typically wear the belt around, which has some stone runes. Or is that one the stone rune? That's the cloud rune in it. But it has giant runes in it, and it's at least it's a prop to show off, sort of thing.
All right, if you're showing that off,
Mm-hmm.
in the conversation, you pick up that she's got very little knowledge about giant practices in smithing, but she does pull a lot. She does seem to know a terribly awful lot about dwarven smithing practices, and she like pulls a lot of examples to like compare the smithing in your belt to dwarven smithing practices. So you get the impression she's very knowledgeable about this stuff.
As I would expect from the dwarven anvil. Speaking of which, what is story behind the name? I have heard tales that the anvil itself is actually of dwarven make, which is something that they seem to think is significant.
And she says, you're right. You're right. It is named for the anvil, which is dwarven made. It is an anvil that was taken from one of the southern cities, one of the dwarven southern cities, centuries ago, and was brought up here.
That anvil is centuries old?
Probably more.
That is very impressive. I did not know they lasted that long.
Well, that's dwarven craftsmanship for you.
Rhodey is gonna whistle and be show admiration.
Mm-hmm.
How have you come to be in possession?
I inherited it
Oh, that is neat. From whom?
from my father.
Your father was dwarf?
My father was human
Oh,
because I am human.
I mean, like, Minotaur. I grew up with Minotaurs. It is first time meeting many other races.
Ah, all right then. Yeah, I inherited it from my father, and he inherited it from my grandmother, who inherited it from her mother.
That is long line of smiths, and long line of anvil.
Well, the anvil was here before us. My great grandmother used to be an adventurer. She was, she traveled around all of. Sorry, give the DM a moment. He has to remember the name of this island, Alaron. She traveled around Alaron and some of the other islands here in the archipelago, like Gwyneth, back when they let non-Fae on the island, and back when Shadowdown was named something else. But one of her adventuring companions was a very good friend of hers, and he was a dwarf who came from a long line of dwarven smiths. His father actually owned this place before our family did. But when my great-grandmother's friend died, he didn't have any heirs, so he left it to my great-grandmother.
Did she say the dwarf's name?
She did not say the dwarf's name.
Roddy is gonna ask, do you know the name of this dwarf?
Mycon.
Mycon.
Mycon Silver Shiver. Mycon spelled M-I-C-H-O-N.
I see. I misspelled it. Okay, cool. Well, that is a very interesting story. I have actually so like, I will say that I learned about history, or small amount of history, not nearly this much, from the dwarves over at the mine who I recently worked with.
She scoffs when you say that.
Oh,
And she like drops whatever food she was eating and sort of like picks up a napkin to cloth to wipe her hands and wipe all the seafood grease off of her face. And grabs the mug of claw wine and just drains it fully. Drops it down.
I guess you do not like these dwarves.
And drops the napkin over her food and says, "Did they put you up to this?"
It put me up to what?
To try to get the dwarven anvil from me.
Oh, they requested such. However, I told them that they should just talk to you. They said that they have tried, but I do not know if dwarves can be as charming as Roddy. God, I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot.
She says, "Oh yeah, they've tried. And I'll tell you, I have given them this. I told them the same story I told you, and it wasn't good enough for them."
But your ancestor was friends with this Mycon Silver Shiver. It was he who wanted to give it to her.
Yes.
And they knew this, and they do not.
I
agree.
told them. They apparently didn't believe me.
That is unfortunate.
Did they hire you to take it from me?
No. They did not hire me. I just thought that I could talk to you and we could figure things out and everybody would be friends, but it let's see, what do I want to say?
She signals to Hannah to bring her another claw wine.
Shoot, what was I mid-sentence on? Yeah, so Rodeo is saying basically he thought that he could figure out what was going on from you. He assumed that there was some sort of misunderstanding, whether that she did not realize that she had something that dwarves cared very much about, and it would be a good thing to give it back to her. But now knowing the story, it was the will of this dwarf to have it in Mafura's line, I guess. She is you're like honorary dwarf, at least in eyes of Silver Shiver.
Well, thank you. I do try my best to master my tools.
Rhodia probably has like a sense of the quality of work that she puts out, right?
Yeah, you've got that black iron dagger.
Ah, yeah. Oh, I thought that was made by Clicker. Of course, who taught him, right?
It was, but who taught him?
Yeah.
And on what anvil did he make it?
Yeah. Yeah, no. Oh gosh. Do I have the dagger? Do I show that? Nah, fuck it. No need. For all I know, Clicker stole those.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what would Rhodia want to do at this point? Like, obviously, the dwarves just don't understand that it should be there, so I gotta go talk to the dwarves again and explain that. Rhodia is going to just say that that's what he's gonna go do, is go and explain to the dwarves.
Uh, Mefera kind of laughs at this and says, "If you can get it through their thick skulls, you have my blessing."
Cool. Well,
the the meal kind of winds to a natural end.
hold on. Before that, I was thinking. Okay, so in basically as I was thinking about this, I was thinking about Rhodia might offer like a monetary compensation or replacement. But now I'm trying to think of if it is something that he would still suggest as an option. Because, like, things that Rhodia doesn't know, well, he knows that it's important to her, supposing that he's going to assume that her family is important to her and that this, therefore, is important to her. He doesn't know how important a dwarven anvil is to the quality of production of stuff. Like, if you can just sort of raise the quality of your other tools and kind of match the same point, then it could just be like a money thing. Of course, there's also the name, but who needs to know about that? Actually, you know what? I think Rhodia will just kind of go with the straightforward thing, saying before we had talked, he was thinking about that and that and that, and then he's just going to ask that question, like, what is a dwarven anvil to a smith?
And she will kind of shrug and say, "I don't know if there's magic in it. Maybe just the knowledge that it is a dwarven anvil and we use dwarven tools sort of puts the confidence into the smith who works with them."
I see. So it is like thing that is irreplaceable.
Yes.
Ah. I did not know before now that it was that important. I think I will go and try to talk to the dwarves and see if we can understand.
Good luck to you. I've tried. They've got stones in their heads.
No, you should meet some of my friends back home. They have stones in their heads. I think Rhodia has probably told a little bit at least about where he's from, so.
Give me another charisma check. Just a charisma roll.
You got this. You got this.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh yeah.
I think by the end of this meal, Mefera has taken a liking to Rhodia.
Yeah.
And there is the trappings of a genuine friendship kind of being, if you'll pardon the pun, forged here. Oh.
Awesome. Friends are more important than anvils. At least to Rhodia. I don't know about to her.
And the meal comes to a natural conclusion, and you say your goodbyes. Rhodia, you are out 2 gold pieces for buying dinner for this woman.
Cool. Can do. Aha, now I am only excessively heavy with gold and not
Overwhelmingly heavy.
overwhelmingly heavy. Okay, cool.
All right. And the rest of you, were close enough to catch pretty much all of that conversation.
Rodeo will happily fill in any details. He's not viewing it as a secret or private.
Yeah, but Mefera leaves, and Rhodia, you can meet back up with your party.
Yeah. Let's get drunk. Let's get turned.
Margaret, you good?
What has happened? Like, what is happening there? I feel like is what Elix would say.
What has happened? Yeah, so Rhodia will kind of give the details. I can't remember how much of the conversation about the original, like, about the anvil where the dwarves talked to Rhodia, how much of that was privy to the party.
They weren't there for that.
No.
Oh, so this is just like, Rhodia was like, yeah, I'm meeting with this chick, and there was no context.
No,
We were like, this is gonna be a date. This is gonna be
Yeah,
a
exactly.
date
We
with
thought it's
Rhodey.
like, ooh, a girl
You-
that has.
you did. So, Rhodia, you had the conversation with the dwarves privately, but then you met with the rest of the party to explain, hey, they think you did explain to them that the dwarves think the dwarven anvil was stolen from a dwarf or something. And there was like there was some party talk about, so what do we sneak in, replace it with a false one,
That's
steal
right,
it back?
yeah.
But you wanted to like go by and talk, and everybody went to the dwarven anvil, and Ilix actually took an eagle eye around the place and sort of noted that not only the anvil but the tools were all dwarven make. And
There was the
like
altar,
a little.
I remember that.
There was like a tiny shrine to Moradin up in the eaves of the thing that had looked neglected. So you all did have that information.
Right. Okay, so yeah, Rodeo will kind of...
Elix is like, yeah, so, what's going on?
So Rodeo is going to here assume that everybody is, like, on the page up until now, even though they may or may not be. So he'd be like, well, it seems like the anvil is in fact, gifted to her ancestor and passed through their line. So it is not stolen, as the dwarves say. Which is not what you expect to hear when somebody gets back from a date.
Yeah, right. But how can we sure she's not lying? Unless she's just saying that to protect herself.
22?
Retroactively.
Sure. I mean, like, we were mid-conversation and such like that.
Well, at 22, she seemed to be speaking genuinely.
Yeah.
Her frustration with the dwarves was definitely honest. And you didn't detect an attempt at deception when she was telling you the history of it.
Yeah, she seemed like she had no reason to lie to me, but she was frustrated from the dwarves. At first, she thought that maybe I was not on her side, I guess. But no, I don't. I believe her. I believe her story.
Huh.
Plus, it seems like from when we saw at Dwarven Anvil that she takes excellent care of her tools. She cares a lot about them, apparently.
I mean, she kind of should have, because that's what makes her do the weapons. But
Yeah, exactly.
if your instinct said that she was telling the truth, then I guess she was.
I think maybe there is miscommunication between her and the dwarves. I do not know. Maybe they just assume. Hey, maybe she has short temper.
Did you tell her we would help her in any way? Because we should help if there are things we need to help with.
Oh, I just tell her that that I will go explain situation again to the dwarves, and perhaps Rhodia can get it or can explain it to them.
Okay.
I mean, aren't those, like, dwarves kind of stubborn? Don't you think they're just gonna keep using their "this is ours" kind of line?
It may be, but I have not met very many dwarves, I must say, besides earlier today. So, I guess we will see. I have met some from before, but only at adventuring sorts, so they're not typical folk. But hey, trust in Rhodia. Rhodia can explain it.
All right. I mean, we can definitely go talk to them, but if they continue to see their reality that they were stolen, I don't think we can do anything in there because they will always say it was stolen. She would always say it was not. Like unless we found the original document that says that it was willingly gifted.
Oh, that is good idea. Actually, she says that they do not believe that that it was bestowed to them. But perhaps if we have opportunity to examine some dwarven records, we could find information about this Silver Shiver person or the family.
Because I think that would be the only proof the dwarves would listen, or it would in fact say that it was stolen, so that way they can get it back.
It may be so, but I do know that it was many, maybe more than maybe many centuries ago. So I know that dwarves can live a long time, and maybe they keep records or memories for that long. It is possible. Do you really think that they would lie? I
mean,
my understanding is that dwarves are noble people. Why would they lie?
maybe they're jealous that this woman is doing good stuff with their what they perceive to be theirs.
That is possible. Maybe then we be sneaky about it.
I think a group may not wish to lie. People lie.
That is very wise, Elix. Rhodia does not lie.
Yes, that I generally think.
Wow.
Incredible.
I love Stone Rune. Or is that Stone Rune, or is that... no, that's Cloud Rune.
Elix, roll an insight check.
Christ on my
Your
gosh.
insight's so good, though.
Yeah,
Her insight's very good. Ooh. But Elix,
Wow.
I cannot tell a lie.
Elix, you guys have been sitting here for a while. You've thrown back a couple of claw wines yourself.
How do I have a 2? I am upset about this. I'm so upset about this.
You know what? He's right. Rhodia doesn't lie.
Mm-hmm.
At least not that you can recall.
Ah! No, I know he has. I've seen it.
You have? I am actually trying to remember if I have.
Okay. If you have seen him lie, you believe that he believes that that's true.
This makes sense.
That is what that insight is going to net you.
I suppose
Yeah.
so.
But that concludes the date, and it is late at night. You guys want to sleep in a tent?
No!
Oh God.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Wow, worse.
Margaret, you're knocking these things out when it doesn't matter. It's good.
I know.
This is
I
good.
know. Is it though?
Yes.
We gotta stumble our way back to the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
guys-
say like
Are you guys still staying at the Wicker Goat? Or are you?
I think so.
Or is,
Yeah, I figured
or is-
everybody except Rodeo was staying there still.
We're gonna go
Basically.
next door and like knock on the council hall door, thinking that it's the mansion. Let us in, Mr. Butler.
Yeah, right. I still don't think that's your real name, man. Come on, we're between friends. Like, is this like Jimmy?
My name is
Jimbo?
My name is Rodia Adventurer.
Look, man, you don't have to be a butler just because it's your last name.
Be
That's really
free.
stupid. You should be whatever you want.
Do what you want. Follow your dreams. Do not
That's
let them be
right.
memes.
Yeah, come
Don't
on, we'll
let
teach
your
you.
memes be dreams.
We'll teach you how to fight. Rodia, give this man an axe. Lesson 1 starts right now.
I'm gonna like
Okay.
hold an axe
All
against
right.
the door and then drop it onto the ground.
Okay. You know what? Our game ends for the night with all of you being carted to the drunk tank
Yay!
to sleep it off in one of the low security jails in the barracks and jail.
Farron just curls up and she's just like, yay.
Except for Rhodia.
No, Rhodia.
Who gets bailed out and taken back to the Prime Water Manor.
Oh, sure. I was gonna say that Clicker breaks out Argos in the middle of the fucking night.
Yes.
I like
Argos, you're not in prison. You've just been put in a jail cell to sleep off your drunkenness. But Clicker finds out and breaks in and breaks you out. Only you.
So Clicker, if he's matching our level, he's level 6 now, which means he can do the teleporting thing that the Shadow Monk can do.
Yeah,
so just like Argos, you're just laying on your bed, and then all of a sudden, reaching up from underneath, tap 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 tap, from underneath your bed.
Yeah. It's like you just hear a voice. It's like, "We're getting out of here, kid." And it's like, "What?" It's like,
and you just get grabbed and hauled underneath your bed, and you vanish into like a shadow portal.
Oh, exactly.
Like out of a fucking horror movie.
Exactly right.
And you're like,
man.
ah!
Like, I wish I had a cellmate so he could just see like Argos just like gets dragged into the bed, then gone.
You do have cellmates. It's Ilix and Farron. But they're probably asleep.
Right.
What was that? Argos screaming?
I was hoping-
Whatever.
I was hoping that we would all wake up in the cell and then Argos would figure out that he'd been cuddling with Ned.
Oh my god. Just like wakes up and is like, "Oh my god."
He's like, no!
Tell no
No,
one
you-
about this, Ned.
Yeah. He turns to around. It's like, "You saw nothing."
Nah, there's it's actually like since Clicker busted him out, there's a just like a wood block with like cat ears underneath the blanket.
Exactly.
I'm really sad that that Phoebe didn't get here in time.
I mean, we have the
It's
recording.
okay.
so-
She really wanted to read that book.
Yeah. She's getting all the
yeah,
super
I'm
cool
gonna-
spells in.
I think I'm gonna give her like 8 hours of possible scratch. Nope. Hold on. You guys got back at
3-ish.
4-ish. I'm gonna say.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say 4. And basically, next session we're gonna be starting at basically dawn of the next day. So,
Yeah, it was
Um,
at least 8 hours.
well, more than that. 10. So subtract.
Yeah, but
the
she
4
probably went and like stopped at a decent time. I
Maybe.
wanted to say go to bed, but you know
Well,
what I mean.
well, like she only needs to reverie for 4 hours. I'm gonna actually take 8 hours out of that because even elves, despite only needing to be in
Sleep.
meditation for 4 hours, still need the 8 hours of long rest.
That is actually
so-
contested in a couple places. I'm not actually sure where it
Oh.
says. Yeah. I think Jeremy
Interesting.
Crawford might have said that they only need 4 hours, period.
Wow.
How about we figure this out over the course
Well,
of the week?
Regardless, regardless. Well, I do want to let Phoebe know. I do want to figure it out so I can let Phoebe know so she can actually start like spending the money and like adding those things to her spell book. So we're not doing that next session.
Yeah, you could look it up, or
Yeah.
you could just split the difference or something like
But
that.
I'm saying you
Yeah,
don't have to
but-
do it right now.
Yeah, I don't have to do it right now. But I am going to kick the favorite moments thing to next week because I want Phoebe to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say thank you all for being my players for a whole year. This has been the longest I have ever run a game, and it has been my favorite experience in running one. Thank you all for being part of it.
Aw.
And
You're
I
the
hope
best, James.
and I hope my job doesn't fuck my schedule so much that I can't run anymore. Because I want to do a whole other year of this with you guys.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
We'll just see.
We'll see.
We'll just see.
We'll see what my schedule
We'll
looks like.
figure it out.
Mhm.
Yeah. And we'll
find a time and place. Don't worry about it.
we'll adjust our schedule if we can, and we'll make it work.
Make it work.
But,
Make it
but
work.
thank you all. Okay. I gave out quite a bit of inspiration tonight, but does anybody have inspiration nomination for tonight?
You got the major ones, and I actually don't know if anybody used theirs.
No,
Yeah, that's the thing.
They don't
Because-
have to.
Wait,
Farron-
Rhodia. Did Rhodia get inspiration?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
What are you-
well,
what,
you're the
uh,
only one that didn't get
I know.
Well, also Narissa didn't, but
Yeah.
I was gonna
True.
give it to Rhodia for that drunken argument at the end, especially when I was like, "Give that man an axe," and he was like, "All right, take that axe." It's like, lesson 1, parry.
Yeah, Argo's just going, all right, we're going to teach you how to fight. Lesson
Yeah,
begins
yeah,
right now. I was like,
You're
oh my
good.
god.
Exactly. Like, thanks for following that, and I'm genuinely glad that you gave that man an axe.
There's just like in the front door of the council hall is 2 holes from bullhorns, and then like a bag of coins that say "sorry" written on it.
Exactly.
sorry, with a frowny face with 2 horns on it.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Can I give Clicker inspiration?
Yeah.
Yes, you can give a clicker inspiration.
you
Rhodia,
go.
if you don't have inspiration, go ahead and take it.
Thank you.
but yeah, that was actually fantastic.
Yeah, holy crap. Ilix Argos, fantastic bout of roleplay tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Big
That
moment
was
there.
Appreciate
that
it,
was
guys.
great because when you were talking about like Farron's got anger issues, I was like, oh, she does. And then I just started figuring out a bunch of like backstory, and I was like, oh, she does. It's good.
Yeah, I love how he's like, everyone has their own baggage, buddy. And I was like, oh yeah, no, you're right.
I liked it when Elix punched that guy.
That was the best. I love it. Like, I'm gonna crush him.
That guy being Argos.
Yeah. I was more distracted by the punching.
I generally still want like for Rhodia and Farron to be behind us, and then out of nowhere, just like wham! It's like, what the hell's going on?
I think Farron thought that Argos tripped, and then he just picked himself up and was like, okay, cool.
Right.
Oh.
Getting to see the
Yes.
Prime Water Mansion is
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Only-
I know that we've
the
seen it
first-
before, but like
Only the first floor. You did not see the Prime Water Mansion before.
oh
Yeah, I don't remember ever going there.
I thought you
it looks pretty
shown.
fancy.
I thought you've shown us. Maybe you showed me.
I
out of
might have
game.
shown you because I wanted you to kind of like get an idea of what was there.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But yes, that's a little taste. That's 1 floor of the Prime Water Estate.
Man, I
Cannot
can't
for
wait to
that
party.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
But,
gonna be so awkward.
We can always blame the Delta Squad. Like, we can just say that it was them. If we
Oh my
do
God,
our
I was-
good deception checks.
I was trying to think about how
Oh,
we
I
could
hope
like.
they show up.
I was trying to think about how we could throw them under the bus with respect to the dwarves. It's like, yeah, we might have some more work for you, and I was just like, yeah, But just make sure you don't get any work to the Delta Squad.
Yeah, right.
Like, I hope they show up and they are just wearing like the gaudiest, like out of, like, I don't know, out of style fancy wear. Like
What?
but they think they look cool.
They show up at the Prime Water Mansion to do a mission, and then over by one of the statues by the doorway, it says, "Dagger Company was here."
Yes. I'm gonna write it in the bathroom.
How do you know you didn't already?
Yeah, exactly.
You
But
were
we went, I mean, like the bathroom,
Oh.
not like the bathhouse. That's where you write your scribbles and everything.
Yeah, your song titles, you know.
Yep. All right. Great
Uh,
game, James.
Yeah, legit.
Nope.
Great
Thank
game. Great
you.
game, everybody. This was. a lot of
Yeah,
roleplay.
you guys did all the heavy lifting. I just sort of like moved you guys from set piece to set piece.
Yeah, I genuinely, one of the few things that I like about this game is that we can build up between RP very well, and there are certain moments in the game where James does not speak for like 15 minutes straight.
Yeah, those are
And
my
it still
favorite
feels
parts.
So great, because it's just the conversation follows and is like really awesome. That's like gold D&D group moment.
Yeah, and like James knows this because he's known me for a long time, but that was always kind of my problem with a lot of other groups. It's just the people that I was playing with were more about the combat part, and we really didn't do any RP part. It was just more of like, okay, and then you go here, and here are some goblins. Okay, go. And I'm like, we didn't like talk to each
Yeah.
other. Or
Hello,
anything.
Mr. Goblin. I slice his head off. It's like,
Look.
oh, okay.
Look, credit where it's due, Beth. I was those bad DMs. as well.
No,
Yes, I was.
no, it
Beth,
wasn't just you.
Beth, no, well, all right. It wasn't just me, but I was one of them. It took me a
But
while
listen,
to get to where I am.
Listen. I'm saying is it wasn't just you. It was also a lot of other people in the party didn't want to do roleplay. They didn't want to talk.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
happens
just you. It was
Look,
a long time ago. It was like it was
Yeah,
like 10 years ago.
Nick's not the best person to play with.
I know.
Nick's-
He's not here.
I've seen him improve.
Wow.
Yeah, this was a long time ago. This was when I was like first getting into D&D.
Yeah, but from back when we were all first getting into D&D.
Yeah.
But regardless, I would not have invited you, Beth, if I didn't want you to be part of this group.
Just want a little chaos goblin. It's fine.
Yeah, sure. I love the energy you bring to the group.
I am the energy.
I'm Mark, have you stopped recording?
No, I'm gonna stop recording here.
Wait.
Oh no.
I want to do one last thing.
Okay.
Oh no. Don't get weird.
Farron. Sorry, it's gonna get weird.
Oh.
Farron.
What?
Today you received a fancy magical weapon.
Yeah.
And it's very nice.
It's got a dog head.
But
Does it?
yeah, it does.
Oh, I
But
missed that part.
I forgot that detail, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
We got that in Dog Zone.
Yeah, that was right. It was a dog zone thing.
Yeah.
What kind of dog?
That I don't remember.
It is a hound.
Oh. Little hound dog.
But that night, as you sleep,
Oh no.
you have a dream.
Oh no.
It is a comforting dream because it's a familiar one.
Oh no.
You've had it before.
Oh no.
You dream of a grove somewhere deep in the woods.
Oh yeah, I know this dream.
It is night, and the moons are full and shining, illuminating this grove with near daylight brightness. But there are still the floating motes of fey magic sort of dancing along the long grass in this clearing, in the clearing of this grove. There, in the center, as it always is a stone, uh, a stone,
Circle.
uh, is it predellum? Uh, I'm sorry.
Deus?
I'm
Oh, it's like the little like circle maze with little rocks kind of
it,
deal, or
predella.
Just a stone table?
Uh, uh, it is a, yeah. It's like it's basically like a step up, and it's just stone, a stone area.
mm-hmm.
It's not like an altar, but it's just like a space
Hmm.
that is raised and made of this marble stone. In the center of it is a small uh, sort of rise of rock uh, of the same marble material, and stabbed into it, uh, about halfway down the blade, is a sword driven in. You've dreamed of this sword before. You've dreamed of this place before. And you've known this to be like a metaphor. Like the thick, dense woods, they are they're a metaphor for like the unknown, the struggles of the day, or the struggles of like normal life. The grove and the clearing, they are the sort of wisdom, the state of uh kind of sort of knowing your purpose, and such.
My purpose is
Uh,
to get that sword.
and the sword itself is not a physical sword.
Well, I want out of
It's
this
it's
dream then.
it's nirvana. It is the state of, like, grasping it would be like the state of achieving just sort of spiritual awakening and fulfillment.
I did it.
Uh, but when you awaken from this dream, you have a very different feeling from when you have awakened from it from every other time. Every other time you awaken like, ah, yes, that's my purpose. This time you awaken, and you do so with the full knowledge that that grove and that sword, they are a literal, real thing. They
Yeah.
exist in reality, and they are somewhere in the Dreadwood. And that is where we are going to end for the evening.
Nice.
All
That's a
right.
good cliffhanger.
Good night, Internet.
Yay.